the last time I'm gonna tell you to get your ass off my lawn. Do it or I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna find you, I'll hunt you down in the street and kill you, punk! Off! Get off!
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground. Shit.
You can swing it at your
What's on the Stern Show?
Radio Underground, episode 38. We have a special...
You wrote down episode 38, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says 38 on our thing. Last week, 37 said 36.
Yeah.
But we're at 38. Special guest, Evil E, or Aaron. He's right here. How's it going, Aaron?
Hello, good. How are you?
And with us again from episode 19 and I think it was 36, Jay. What's up, Jay?
How's it going?
And we were talking about movies and stuff like that. And I don't know where this could go. I have nothing written down this week, but we're going to just do it anyway.
Well, you guys tell me every time that you talk about video games, and then I try not to talk about that because I don't play video games.
We'll
so
bring up
then
some
we'll
video
talk
games
about
later.
wrestling again, social justice warriors, outrage.
Yeah, I did a big rant about how much I hate Steve Kerr last week.
Fuck
Oh,
Steve
nice.
Kerr.
And
I actually talked about you last week when you weren't here.
Does Steve Kerr knows what's going on in China yet or not? Not
No,
yet?
he still doesn't know.
Still doesn't know
No.
yet what's going on in China?
No, if you buy guns at Walmart, you're the equivalent of a Chinese
He went
government
off.
terrorism.
All I said was like, LeBron James is kind of a bitch. He's like, that's Steve Kerr. Fuck him.
I turned into a
He went
total
off for like 5 minutes straight.
Steve Kerr bash session.
But no, I brought you up because you couldn't be here last week because your woman was running the marathon the next day, correct?
Yeah.
You
Well,
didn't-
I was at a friend's house for shitty movie night for a birthday.
Oh,
We
fun.
watched Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I saw you post something about
And
that.
then Tom found out that's like a chain of movies,
Yes.
or a franchise of movies where they have the same 3 or 4 girls.
Yeah,
and
the
then they
same
do-
director.
Yeah, all kinds of action.
Oh, so good.
But then we read about that guy on Wikipedia. If this is true, and I don't really care. He's the guy that invented, because he used to work for sports, like doing video for sports. He's the guy that invented finding the hot girl in the crowd and putting the camera on her, and it's called the honey shot.
I've heard that before, yeah. I can't think of the guy's name, but yeah, he did a whole series of
Andy
movies.
Sedaris or something like that.
Isn't that Amy Sedaris' brother?
I don't know.
No, I'm seriously. She has a brother who's a writer and
Oh,
stuff.
I don't know.
But it's something like that. Some weird name like that. But Hard Ticket to Hawaii and Malibu.
Express.
Yeah, something like that.
We've only watched the one though, and we were totally blown away by the amount of titties in that movie.
Yo, lots of titties. No, that's the thing. His name.
I'm sold.
His movies are always known for the titties.
You got titties, explosions, karate.
Was that the one with the frisbee with the blades on it?
Yes. That
this-
totally fucks that dude up.
This happened after the 80s?
No, it was in the 80s.
No, no.
Yeah, the dude made movies from like 84 to 94.
Yeah.
And then once he got into like the late 90s, they became the full on like softcore
Skinemax.
Cinemax stuff.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
where'd that all go?
Well,
I don't know.
We talked about that before. Remember that
it had the B-level martial arts films.
Yes, like Don the Dragon Wilson.
Don the Dragon, all the B-level martial arts films. And then the soft porn came on after. The 80s was kind of a merging of the two.
It was.
And I think when they did the split, it kind of weakened both.
Well,
and it kind of
because if you have the HBO app, not HBO itself, but if you have HBO, the streaming app, it used to have a category that was late night, and it would show all those Skinamax movies,
sex.
plus Real Sex and Taxi Cab Confessions and
I
the
love
Katie
Taxi
Morgan
Cab
shows.
Confessions.
It's gone. They don't even have it on their app anymore. You can't find the shit anymore.
There was a Bunny Ranch show for a minute.
Yeah, Cat House.
Yeah.
That guy ended up winning the Senate seat, but he was dead.
Is that guy dead?
Oh, yeah, he died last year.
Dennis Hoff or something?
Dennis Hoff, or maybe it was 2016. I don't remember when it was, but he ran for state Senate, or maybe it was actual Senate.
What did
Senate.
he die of? Just general.
Well, I mean, he was like in his 70s, and he obviously didn't have a great lifestyle. So he ate.
He had an awesome lifestyle.
He died, and he still won, but obviously he can't take the
You
seat.
got to be here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
That's the way
They
you got
don't
to
tell
do
you
it.
in that show, but that place is literally in the middle of fucking nowhere in the desert. Like they make.
No,
it
I knew
like
that,
a
yeah,
town,
yeah.
And like I've actually looked up like Google Maps.
It's
Right,
nowhere near a
it's like
town.
in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Not to change the subject back, but you didn't run the marathon, did you?
No, God no.
Good, because I know you've run some fun runs.
5K is about my limit.
What's fun about it?
What?
Fun runs.
I do the ones at Atwater, so you get beer.
Do you get
at the
beer?
end, and I drink beer before.
But you have to run to get the beer. Why can't you just get beer? Cut out the middleman.
Just try to do something with the lady, man.
No, and that's good, because I kind of ripped on marathon people
You
and
were henpecked.
fun runs.
You were giving in.
But it's good because I know with what she has going on, she has RA, right, and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of a more of a seeing what she can still accomplish and stuff,
Yeah,
and
so
it's something she likes
it's
to
her
do.
hobby, and I would go down and support her. And it's actually I did that day. She had a race at Metro Beach, so I just took the dog out, took him for a walk, chilled. But something to do with her, and then the atmosphere at those things is really positive.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
We go to a lot of things that are so negative, where everyone's like, "This sucks." It's all everyone's shitting everything. You go there, and you just see people lifting each other up, and it's just a positive
yeah,
atmosphere.
I can see that,
nice
too.
Nice to be around. even
It's
if
the
not
physical
anymore.
exertion I have problems with.
they need to make a nihilist run.
Yeah.
Where people go there like, this sucks.
You can't
man.
do
Everybody's
this.
Like, my knees hurt. This is fucking garbage.
She doesn't do the international though. She just does.
She's done the full marathon once, but now she just does the half because
Yeah, but
she just wanted to do it once.
But if you want to do the international one, you got to start at like 6 a.m., don't you?
yeah,
Do you guys ever do the ones with like the Tough Mudders or the ones
Yeah.
that got the
The
opposite?
Spartan.
I've
Warrior
actually did Tough
Warrior
Mudder,
Dash? Okay,
and
cool.
I got together a team to do Tough Mudder, but everybody bailed on me because they couldn't come up with a few dollars to donate to a good cause. So I was like, forget them guys.
You should have been the team.
I don't want to interrupt anybody, but according to Chris, my audio is much higher than all yours.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it on the thing.
Well, I'm really close to the mic though, too.
Check.
Well, it'll look fine because we get.
We'll
run it through
level that out, Chris. Don't
We'll
worry.
level it out in post.
In post, as
Which
they
means
say.
I drag and click it all, and then a program
it's a complicated-
automatically.
It's a
Well, the
complicated,
live shows-
strenuous.
Chris, the live show is always going to sound like shit because it's just raw. I don't do anything to it to like even everybody out. I can't really turn every. We're all at the same level. These three guys all have the same exact mic.
Yeah.
I'm the one with. I have the expensive mic.
I'm way up on mine though. These guys have some gap. I'm like eating my mic a little bit.
Yeah,
so I'm going
Fine, just eat it.
I could go ahead and eat my mic. I mean, it's a little
no,
blue, so
don't,
fine.
it's fine.
the live shit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mike takes a whole.
Chris is always trying to run me down everything I do.
Mike will take
Every
all
time I try
day
to do
Sunday.
something, create art.
He spends his whole day Sunday fine tuning every single aspect of the show before he puts it
I'm trying to think
anywhere.
what channel you are.
that takes
Channel.
a lot of dedication there, Dad.
You're not clipping or anything.
No,
at all.
Yeah. I
Sorry,
mean, I don't
Chris.
care.
if this was on
I
the
finally
radio
can
right
get
now,
over
this is where
people.
everybody would turn the radio off. They would
Yeah.
change the station when they
The morning zoo.
on 97.1. They start talking about the radio details and the specifications and the sound quality, and that's so I'm like, everyone's like,
I came here.
Oh,
Chris, you were complaining you were snapping at me, man. You're snapping at me.
Yeah, we did that Warrior Dash one time, and
Yeah.
fucking me and Finnemore dressed up like Shawn Michaels and Triple H. We wore like wigs. We had the DX shirts, and I had
awesome.
like I was Triple H, so I just had the underwear, Speedo thing on.
Yeah.
and apparently when I went in the water part of it, it just rode up my ass, and I didn't know. And I'm running in front of these guys, like, dude, can you please like let us pass? I'm like, why? Like, We don't want to look your ass, and we're like, fuck you. I purposely went just slower, just right in front of them. But
Well, just so you know, Jay, I would have paid to see that.
You had pictures, didn't you post?
yeah. Like, and then my buddy Tony was running too, and he was taking that stuff super serious at the time. I'm in the parking lot, dressed like Triple H with a wig on, drinking like a bunch of beers beforehand.
I think that's where I remember. It was Tony from
Tony Orlando.
Tony Orlando, yeah.
And he was taking it serious. He's like, you guys sure you want to be drinking? I'm like, yeah. Just eating Doritos and shit. And then he was all like kind of miffed at the end because I beat him.
What about the Spartan race? You ever did that one? I heard that
No.
one's like the toughest
What's
one.
the distance for Tough Mudder? Is that a 5K?
Tough Mudder is, I want to say they have a 3 and a 5.
Okay.
It just all depends on if you're actually competing for the final cash. But I want to say if you're just doing it for actual charity,
Yeah.
I want to say you're 3K to actually get the Tough Mudder finalist T-shirt. I think they do require the 5K.
The running one for that wouldn't really bother me, but I can't do those fucking rat tunnels.
Yeah.
Like, I'm claustrophobic, so going in some little tunnel where I'm wiggling through and I've already got my heart rate up from running, I'm gonna pass on that.
I just looked it up because I want to make sure. It's 5K, and then the other one, the actual Tough Mudder, is 8 to 10 miles.
Oh.
So actually, the 5K is the normal one, and then they do an 8 to 10 mile.
The obstacles are cool how they break it up, but in the Warrior Dash, the one year, so many people did it that like it was like backing up, like to like do the rope on the wall.
Yeah.
You had to stand in like a line of like 10, 15 people. So you're just, I mean, I'm not concerned about my time, but it's like, can we keep this going? Like, I don't want to stop and then
Yeah.
like my heart's up. I'm stoked. I got some, endorphins going. Now I got to stop and try to climb this fucking rope.
Yeah.
So you are saying 8 to 10K for competitive.
8 to 10 miles.
Okay,
So
so-
it's 5K, which is 3.2 miles.
Yeah.
And then in whatever the equivalent is, 8 to 10 miles is the higher tier one.
But also on those higher tiers, you do know that they have to run it 3 times consecutively.
No, didn't know that. Actually.
For cash. It's either
'Cause
2
I don't
or
run
3
those things.
laps when they're actually going for the finals.
Nope. I didn't know that because I don't run.
When that first started coming here, they would try to like do it differently in each state and try to like do different terrains and stuff like that with like the same obstacles, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. So if people were really into it, you could go do it. And, like Ohio would be totally different than the one in Michigan versus.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to Ohio, though. I heard people were getting bacteria diseases in Ohio, honestly.
The people down in Ohio and their damn bacteria.
Yeah, no, dead serious.
You'd be
dead
better
serious.
off in the Congo than down there.
A few people actually got ill doing the one in Ohio.
Ugh.
No BS. Something happened and they were getting diseases.
Probably from
honestly.
the water part. Yeah, the water parts of it where you go in deep. Yeah. And then all the people that are dirty in that water adding to it.
Shitting in the water 'cause it's Ohio.
Perfect. That's what I would do. I would just shit.
Drop a deuce while you're
All
running
over.
through.
We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago. Is the Ohio hatred from the state purely based off of the college football rivalry?
I just think it's a boring. Besides like 3 spots in the state, I think it's a boring ass
'Cause I
state.
actually really like Ohio, and the roads are.
I know you're
superior.
well. That I
Yeah,
know.
well, that's true.
We talked about this before. Yeah, the roads are great. But we talked about before because you're a big fan of Columbus because you went there for the zoo.
I've been there 2 or 3 times. It's a really kick-ass city. Like,
Yeah.
it's fun and
But it's the home of Ohio State, so
What's
no,
that?
it's the home of Ohio State University, so no.
The issue is
I like Cleveland.
that I have with Ohio is a few buddies and me actually went to a Michigan-Ohio State game, rivalry game. After the game, Michigan did win, and we actually got denied service at Bob Evans in Ohio for having a Michigan license plate, which to me that was over the top. My Explorer got
You were a
it.
gay person in the 1950s because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. I lost a lot of respect at that point.
I like Cleveland because
Cleveland's cool.
the stuff going on in the flats and stuff.
I had pretty
They
good
have
time
the
in
Browns.
oh yeah,
I
that's
mean-
true. I haven't been there in a while.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield.
And then I don't want to toot my own horn, but I definitely saw Harambe in the flesh before he.
Before he was
did
taken from
dirty.
us.
Yeah. We
Where's
went to,
yanking that kid across that fucking stream?
we went and did that.
And they
that
shot him
boat
for
trip
it.
in Lake Cumberland in Kentucky. We did that houseboat trip, like 6-bedroom boat.
Oh, yeah,
that we all
yeah.
were on. And Janine and I were like, well, I don't want to drive the 8 hours straight. And we were the first ones to get them. Like, let's stop in Cincinnati, go to the zoo, get some lunch and stuff. And we didn't know it at the time because we didn't know who Harambe was in 2013. But
Yeah.
I remember seeing him after we knew who he was after they killed him.
Yeah, because that was what 2016. He was
Yeah, I
Murdered
believe
her?
So yeah, it was murdered, taken from us
Taken from us
too soon.
before his time.
Missed you, sweet prince.
Cincinnati is cool. I'm a big fan of Cincinnati because the movie Airborne
Is that
from
where that takes place
1993.
at? I also used to watch Campus PD all the time, and every episode was
I forgot about
pretty
that show.
much Cincinnati. And that's just a bunch of just drunk assholes. Just,
University of Cincinnati is like people make fun of Michigan State and the couch burnings and all that stuff.
Hey,
So University of Cincinnati is like the same way.
the Campus PD episodes made it look pretty gnarly, like just a bunch of drunk chicks and people jumping off roofs and shit. So
Michigan State lost, Aaron.
Yeah. I'm aware of this.
Just letting you know.
but yes, driving from the top to the bottom of Ohio is super fucking boring.
It is. And
if you go by
if
Dayton, there's that gigantic concrete Jesus.
yes, the concrete.
Is that the 75?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The only time I would ever go into Ohio is when we'd go to his family's place in Kentucky, and you go down. Basically, you're on 75, like this far in Ohio,
Yeah.
and then you catch you at 23 and you take it down. So you don't go through most of the cool stuff. You go through Columbus, but other than that, you don't really go through anything. You go through like Findlay, Ohio, and Fostoria.
I know where Finley.
Well, hold on. I mean,
then Columbus.
They have Portsmouth.
The only thing
there's
there's
Ponderosa.
There's a Ponderosa
come
there.
on.
That's the only thing they have there.
But it is
and
amazing.
then you can take that secret way around the back part of the parking lot, go up the mountain, and it's a shortcut.
The Ponderosa. We would eat at the Ponderosa and then go across the hill.
Yeah,
You
it'll save
buy
you
a
time.
steak dinner and you get an all-you-could-eat buffet with that, and that buffet was amazing. They don't make buffets like that anymore.
I never got to witness it, but Mike's description of his Uncle Trace eating there, and he was like sucking on the bone, like,
Oh,
Yeah, well, no, this is my dad said. He goes, Trace makes love to his food.
yeah.
oh, he does, and he'll order
getting
the
it.
biggest steak, but he was sucking on the bone
Yeah.
of food from a buffet that you could go and get more of.
Yeah.
That's what I did not understand. Like, there's more. They
Those
just
are
brought 'em
gone,
out.
right? Ponderosa.
They
I
still
think so.
actually have the one in Portsmouth, Ohio.
Yeah, I
They
mean,
do.
there's none here, though.
Well,
Yeah.
because I remember
That
going
I know
and
of.
like the cross contamination of like there'd be like a big fucking bowl of like chocolate pudding
Yeah.
right next to like salad, and then you could tell some dickhead used,
It took
like, the spoon
whoop.
for the pudding. So it was like,
And then a
putting all over
urinal
it.
on the other side of it.
That's the worst.
Also in Ohio, they have that huge golden mosque. That is beautiful. So they have the Jesus and the mosque.
Was the mosque on the way to?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
it's
remember
in
it.
Ohio.
So what is Ohio going to be like the new Israel? Everyone brawls for control of the.
Well, they also
religion.
have Wright-Patterson Air Force Base,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
where all the secret stuff's
Yeah.
going on, not Area 51.
Yeah, it's
Wright-Patterson.
Wright-Patterson's where they moved all the real stuff, Aaron. I don't know if you know that.
And outside of Columbus now, they built the Brewdog Hotel. You know the company Brewdog. The
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And all the rooms have a window
Beer-
that looks on the outside, and then the other room looks on to the inside of the brewery. And there's actually a tap handle,
So you can
And
get beer right in your
check
room.
You tell them what beer line you want ran to your room, and you have just a tap handle in your room. And I'm like, that sounds pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's a good point. So they do have something going on there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you closed down.
No, I didn't close it out.
I'm like,
I
oh, no!
minimized. I was like, I doubted myself for a second. Too. Like, what did I do?
The show's over.
I quit. It's over.
We were. Other than that, though, there's not much going on in Ohio. Although the place, remember Craig and Amanda, the one that their vacation. Craig told about those grand adventures on his vacation this past year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but anyways, they went to Hocking Hills, which is a state park.
Okay.
They got like waterfalls you can stand in and stuff. It's
Oh, I
a
remember
beautiful
that.
place.
It's outside of Cleveland, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's just outside because they went to Cleveland for a show or something.
Okay.
And Hocking Hills, it seems to be a popular place now. So it's beautiful. There's places in Ohio that are really cool.
You been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's been like 12 years.
Yeah, I have.
That's over there by Cedar Point, actually, right?
No,
It's in Cleveland.
yeah,
Hall of
Rock
Fame
and Roll.
in downtown Cleveland.
Yeah, but it's
Well-
you're over an hour, I think, from Cedar Point.
What's
at that
right
point.
next to Cedar Point? Is that the
Marblehead.
SeaWorld, man.
No,
Ethical place.
No, they had a Hall of Fame right there on that road that you turn on Hippo Way or
Oh, I don't
whatever it
know.
is. Or wait, no, Hippo Way is
Putin
the
Bay
zoo.
is over there, right? Yeah, that's.
Even putting bays down.
I could have swore they had another Hall
Almost
of
half an
Fame
hour, I
right
think.
there.
Maybe.
As soon as you make that turn to go down the main road.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, NFL.
Oh, no, that's
No,
not-
not the NFL. Just the Football Hall
Football.
of Fame.
Correct. Yep.
Because it's all encompassing.
Yeah, but that's in Canton. That's nowhere near Cedar Point.
I thought it was like
No, it was like-
right there on the
I
turn.
thought it was like 45 minutes away.
Cleveland's here, Canton's here, Cedar Point's over here. It's not even, maybe it was something else, but it's definitely
Right next to Portsmouth.
Well,
So Ohio's the same thing.
I thought I had a great sense of direction.
All of it's right there.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just
Indiana
mistaking
border right there.
Now,
all
maybe
the Hall of
maybe-
Fames for McDonald's.
maybe-
The McDonald's on the main drag there, huh?
Yeah, isn't it?
Great Wolf Lodge.
The Great Wolf Lodge. Yep, right there.
It's right there.
McDonald's Hall
The
of Fame.
the Safari. You go to the drive-through Safari, which is in Port Clinton.
Drive-through safari.
Yeah, drive-through and
actually,
like things walk up.
I took a
That's
vacation
near Putin
to New Buffalo, Michigan this year.
Oh, did you?
And that is a beautiful place. It's exit 1.
That's on the other side of the state, right?
Yes, it is.
On the way to Chicago?
Exit 1.
Siri.
So
I don't know
basically, the only vehicles you see there are Illinois plates, and that's it. I mean, it's in Michigan, but they're all Cubs fans, and I mean, it is right
Cubs
there.
are cool.
But that's beautiful. It's right on Lake Michigan. It's actually great food. I mean, nice little town, tons of beer. Yeah,
There's a lot. There's a lot of kick-ass areas in that side of the state. You got like Grand Haven.
Yeah.
Holland. Holland's really nice.
Holland's really nice.
being over there is like being in a completely
The sand
different
dunes.
Yep.
area. I mean, it's crazy that's
That's
actually Michigan.
Ludington, right? Is the
There's
sand dunes?
Silver Lake Dunes, and then obviously one
Yeah,
of the ones
Sleeping Bear.
Sleeping Bear.
Yeah.
Silver Lake's actually supposed to be better. Like I don't own a fucking dune buggy or anything,
No.
but I've saw the videos of it, and you can actually like there's hills and dune buggies jumping fucking sky high over there.
I saw it on Booze Traveler on the Travel Channel.
Blues Traveler.
Booze Traveler, where he travels around, drinks different booze. Yeah, it's a good show.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, you should check it out because he
That's
came to
on
Michigan.
Netflix as well.
Is it now?
Correct.
Yeah, it might be. I watched it on the
I
Travel
think-
Channel
I
app.
think I saw a couple episodes. That guy is amazing. That's actually a really good show.
Yeah, because he doesn't just drink the stuff from like breweries and actual reputable places. He'll like drink like backwoods, like native stuff they make in.
You said that
yeah.
word clean. No one ever does.
Which one?
Brewery.
Brewery?
I can't say it.
I thought I messed it up. So
No, I thought you said it pretty good.
There was a show on Esquire channel, which I think is gone now for a hot minute, called like Best Bars in America. And it was just these two comedians who you
Yeah.
know them if you've seen their faces. I think one of them was like Jay Larson or something. But that show is pretty cool. They pick like a different city and do all like the bars. And
I remember that show,
They did
actually.
a Michigan one, and they went to like Blake's for like the hard cider, like Vincetta Garage.
Oh, yeah.
Grand Trunk. Is that what it's called downtown? On Woodward by... Yeah, like Grand Pub or Grand Trunk Pub or something like that.
I don't know that one honestly.
We have two breweries in Howell that are actually really, really good. The one was converted from, it was kind of like a sports bar, but they have a whole bunch of beers that are just crafted there. You see the barrels, the whole operation. It is really nice.
Think about the apple cider that can get you drunk, like you're talking about.
The Blakes.
The Blakes.
Stuff.
Spicers,
They
too.
served it at the first time I ever had it was at the Renfest
Yeah.
and up in Holly, and they also piggybacked a strongman contest, like in the middle where they do the joust, and they had this. They had the Magnus Burr Magnuson was there. Remember the guy?
I remember Magnus.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a bunch of guys that were legit strongman competitors, and I ordered it, and I don't know what the strongman's name was, but he was obviously one of them because he's fucking 6'4" and wide as a truck, and he comes up to me, he's like, what is that? I go, it's cider. He goes, what's it mean? I go, it's made out of apples. He goes, it get you drunk? I said, yeah. He goes, it's good then. And he like hit me and just walked off. I'm like, yeah, it's good. I'm not going to argue with you, you fucking giant ass motherfucker.
Well, there's apple pie moonshine too, which we had at my buddy's wedding, and that tastes like cider, but it's obviously way more potent.
Yes.
And it's so smooth. Like I just thought it was cider when they were giving me these little mason jars of it. I was like, this is good. And then I'm also like just like rubbing my
You're
head.
blitzed.
You have like that hot feeling in your stomach.
Yep.
I'm just like, oh dude, that cider's not sitting well. Like it's fucking moonshine. I'm like, oh, I got like 3 fucking mason jars.
Just drinking it like it's like
I'm like, I'll feel
this
tired.
sparkling. I don't know what this is.
But it's so smooth.
What?
That was the feeling of death coming upon your stomach
Yeah.
that you counteracted.
Well, there's lots of stuff that's a sneak attack. Like, we just came back from Grand Rapids, and I bought a beer at New Holland, and it's called, like, Oatmeal Pie Dragon's Milk is their stout they do.
Yes.
It's like a bourbon barrel aged, but it tastes like an oatmeal cookie. And I was like, this is fucking delicious. And it came in a little snifter when I got it, so I'm like, oh, God, what's the potency of this?
Like 11 or
11%.
12, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, after 2 of those, you just get that fuzzy little happy feeling in your head, and you're good to go.
Yeah. No, I love I like the Dragon's Milk stuff too.
I never liked it too much until I had this one.
I've only had 2. I shouldn't say I like them all. I've had 2 of them. That one and Oh my god, what was the other one I had? I just had it last
They do
year.
a white stout that's really good too.
No, I had another one, but I like both the two I had. But there's a variety. There's 5 or 6 different types of the Dragon's Milk.
Yeah.
I've only had 2 of them.
Well, speaking of breweries,
Breweries.
did you see the stuff with Founders?
Yeah. Yeah.
How ridiculous is that?
It got out of hand, yeah.
And again, I mean, we could probably talk about this every time I come over here, but again, the
Racism.
cancel culture, woke.
Yeah.
Like, it's so insane that a brewery of that level
Yeah, I've seen
can
it
get shut
before.
down because
That's Stone, I
of
believe,
a couple
Stone.
fucking assholes wanting to be white knights.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, the one up here, Dragon Mead, they have beer yoga night and like all that like
Yeah.
silly shit. That's like they have beer yoga.
Anything to get people in the door.
we can stop with that. We can stop having yoga everywhere because I go to different bars and restaurants and I see that, like, I'm not there for that, but I see it coming, this weekend. So they just clear out all the tables and they get a bunch of people just sweating all over the place inside the brewery or the restaurant and then put it back together.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's stupid.
So it's stretching. Okay, I'll tell you what yoga is. It's stretching. Stretching's good. You should do it, especially before you lift weights or do something or a long run. But it's not in itself going to center you or help your health because it's just stretching. You got to do like real shit. You got to do the running. You got to do the weightlifting.
There's like a goat yoga where you can go in like barns over. I think it might be outside like Ann Arbor and the countryside over there.
Yeah, it smells like a barn though.
Yeah, we got
That,
fucking little baby goats jumping on you while you're stretching.
Are they fainting baby goats?
I don't know what they're.
Because that'd be cool.
Might be like Black Phillip, like a evil satanic goat.
That actually sounds very, very relaxing.
Does
We have goats like circling around you while you stretch.
Eating on your
fuck that.
sweatpants and pissing on you while you're stretching.
Little hoof prints all over your back.
Yeah.
If they're one of them little mean motherfuckers that ram into you, that's cool. There's one in Kentucky on the High Rocks. You know that hike you do?
There's just one
Yeah.
goat over there.
One
goat.
There's a goat.
One
And he
goat.
at the time I went.
Every
And there's a
generation.
goat up there. He's really mean, and we went up there to see him because you know how they like to be on rocks for me. And he fucking starts like barreling into you. You got to like restrain him by his. He's probably 40 pounds, so you can kind of fairly easily. But I was like, dude, this fucker's crazy. We're just, you want to get to the very top of that peak, which is the highest peak in the area. And that little fucker's sitting up there. It's like an end game boss. You make the 3-hour trek, and then he's going to beat your ass, and you got to beat him to get up there.
Once a generation, the goat, another goat comes and challenges that goat. See who's the top.
Yeah.
It's like Lemmy Winks' voyage.
Yeah.
And then it's weird, like it starts breathing real heavy the longer because it gets fatigued. You're like, well, it's like, dude, fucking
It's like that
stop.
guy. It's like Badlands Chug.
Yeah.
Oh, there
He
you go.
ate Mentos.
He was chewing gum and then also talking at the same time, and it made him winded. He was
Well, right
He
now
couldn't-
it looks like he has. Is that a full size baking sheet?
That's
of,
that's 5
ramen?
packs of ramen.
5 packs of ramen.
So Badlands Chug is this large dude, probably 500 pounds, and he chugs liters of V8. Think
Everything.
of something that you would never want to chug. He'll chug it, and he does the DOS boot, which is 1 liter per boot, and he'll
Yeah.
do 3 or 4 of them at a pop, and it'll be filled with Mountain Dew or whatever. Anyway, he's gonna have a heart attack.
What's the fire extinguisher for?
It's water.
No,
The actual fire extinguisher. That's
not the thing that's
Hold
not a fire
on,
He's
hold
pointing
on.
at it. I don't know what the deal is.
well, that's 5 packs of ramen with all the seasonings and plus a bunch of hot sauce that he's going to eat really quick.
Okay.
Speaking
Makes
of
sense.
goats, also,
Yeah.
we were wondering a while back, not even that long ago, if the Sandler skit was still funny. It is. The goat,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it holds up
Yep.
very well. And that's the thing, like, does anybody even do, like, sketch comedy albums anymore like that?
Not that I know of.
Because those 2 first ones that Sandler did are fucking hilarious. Like,
They're all gonna laugh at
Willie
you
and
and-
all that shit.
I listened to that a while back. Toll Booth Willie and
Fatty McGee.
Fannie McGee, and then the one where the longest piss in the world, or he peed for like ever.
Yeah.
It just kept going, and I was like, man, this stuff is classic. That was one of the first. I had that on tape. I didn't even have a CD of it. I had it on tape, and it was one of the first CDs I bought. I went back and bought it on CD after that one. That's all. They're all going to laugh at you, right?
That was the first one, and then the second one was like Stan and Judy's Boy or something like that. I think it was called. Like he was.
Was that the one with Steve Polychronopoulos?
Yeah.
I had that one too.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
That or the fucking like are these people working out or are they having sex? Nothing
Yeah.
in here but my balls. Or when all the guys are in the RV talking together and they're all sharing their secrets.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
He's like, that old man went down that water slide and it ripped off his bathing suit, and oh my God, his balls were out there. Holy jeez, I wanted to lick them. They fucking slam on the brakes.
I didn't listen to that one as much, so I forgot a lot of those. But
Like medium pace was on the first
medium
one.
pace was so.
That was just vulgar for the sake of being vulgar.
I remember, I think because at that point Terry still lived on my street.
Terry.
I don't like saying last names.
Oh, gotcha.
But I think you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
He's not
I think
the
he went to school
tallest
with
guy in the world.
No. But he lived on our street at that point still, and we would listen to it. I remember hearing that song for the first time, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, this is weird, but it's one of my favorite songs
Well, you'll
ever.
still find back in the day when the jukeboxes weren't all digital and like had like, you know, just any amount of songs, that would be on them sometimes at places. So you could literally play like a medium pace at like a Pizza Hut or something like that.
That's so bad. Oh, the shampoo bottle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. You were talking about the Lighthouse
Yeah.
before we got on the air.
Yeah.
You didn't get to go see it though.
No. I wanted to see it really bad.
That's the new Robert Pattinson movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
And that's
him-
the same guy that did the movie The Witch.
Yeah.
Which had Black Phillip that we were just talking about.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's the other guy? Willem Dafoe, right?
Well, how old is he? Because I went and watched Born on the 4th of July a couple weeks ago. It was on TV.
Yeah.
He looked like he was in his 50s then.
He looked old in Platoon.
Yeah.
I saw Platoon, but the first movie I remember him being in, but I saw it after Platoon was To Live and Die in L.A., which was like when the guy from CSI was the main cop, and he was a dirty cop. He was chasing Willem Dafoe's character. That was 85, and he looked like 40 at that point.
He played Jesus also, right? In
Yeah.
Last Temptation of
Christ, yeah.
What weird cast? Like, when would Jesus ever look that sinister?
We're gonna have Jesus played by this clearly bad guy. Look,
Yeah.
it's just an idea.
I don't know.
Well, Hollywood's ran by Jews, so, you know.
It's
They might want to just throw that in there.
well,
Go on a half-hour rant about that.
no,
No.
let's
Let's
not do
My
that.
mic off and just listen.
No.
But
The Steve Kerr thing's enough for a while.
the Lighthouse is Robert Pattinson really wanted to get into character, so he would like piss and shit himself, and
That seems a bit unnecessary.
and like masturbate and leave it and stuff in his pants, and he got really into the.
but he's-
'cause
What's wrong with that?
yeah, but he's playing a guy who is in a lighthouse. He's not.
they're supposed to be stuck in there though,
Yeah, okay.
so he's trying to get into that character. So he went to like all kinds of extremes. Now he's good for making up stories like on the spot, so he might have just made it up. But
I mean, there's guys. Like,
I've known a few people that saw the movie and they liked it a lot.
Daniel Day-Lewis does a pretty good job, and I don't hear about him shitting himself and
No,
pissing himself.
What Daniel Day-Lewis did was drink a milkshake every hour on the hour for 6 months to get into the role of There Will Be Blood.
How good is that movie?
No, actually, I don't know if he did that or not. I just made that up.
But that movie's fun.
that movie's fantastic.
Yeah.
He was great in that, especially at the end with the bowling pin.
They just did. They just used that character in one of the recent South Parks when they did like the Impossible Burgers and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He's the guy going town to town to sell the goo. I'm a goo man, and like
Instead of oil man.
yeah, and just selling like the fake meat, which is just plant sludge, which we're gonna find out in 3 years is just as bad for you and everything else.
We promise we'll tell you about that after the show.
What?
Something else.
Is it about the Epstein stuff?
That too, but it's a whole thing. We'll tell you about it afterwards.
Yeah, we'll let you in on it.
We never told you
Remind
last
me
time.
not to run out of here after we cut the show off because I'll have to shit my pants like I did last time. I was sitting here so uncomfortable, but obviously I'm not going to talk about that while I'm in the. You don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
And Matt's over here sitting me, and he's probably wondering like, "What the fuck's Jason? I'm over here squirming." Then you're like, "All right, we're going to wrap up the show." I'm like,
Well, not to make fun of Matt, but I don't think we'll be here as long. as we
My
will
thing
then.
is like I always because I always take things a little too far. Like, what did I say this time? What did I say this? No,
Steve
ran out of
Kerr.
here. No, it was before.
Come on.
It was before the Steve Kerr.
Yeah, it was just straight shit. He had to shit.
Yeah.
I've been in that boat before too.
So did you see The Witch then?
I saw The Witch. Did I finish The Witch? I have a bad habit of starting
like
movies.
Hour and a half movie, but I think
Yeah, but I think it was more like I started watching it too late and I fell asleep.
that's a
during
movie
it.
like 10 years ago I probably wouldn't have appreciated. It's like everyone's attention span's so short now. Mine's better now to watch a movie like that.
Oh, I think so with me too.
And it's like it's so slow for the first hour really not much happens. But then when the shit starts going down, like that craziness seems more crazy because you just watched old-timey talk about nothing for an hour.
Well, that's what we talked about with before the show started, Hereditary and Midsummer, I don't know. Midsummer. It's not something people probably would have liked a decade ago. It's the way they do it. It's not like a lot's going on.
All those movies that we're mentioning now, like, I'm not a big horror movie guy. Like, I mean, I respect, like, you know, the Friday the 13th and, like, Nightmare on Elm Streets and all that, but that's not really my thing. Like,
They're not cinema, though.
None of that ever scared me. Like, I would watch them and I would, like, laugh.
Get that whole thing going.
But, like, that genre that we're talking about now, like the Hereditaries, like, that are, like, smart, scary movie. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I would say more,
like,
intellectual.
those are good. So that director did Hereditary and Midsummer. Those are good. The Witch is good. Lighthouse looks good. And then, like, I liked Green Inferno. Have you watched that? Like,
I did not.
Roth?
That's one in the jungle, right?
Yeah.
I saw Green Inferno. That was
like cannibals.
Very.
Oh, that is Eli Roth, isn't it?
Graphic.
Yeah.
That movie actually had me messed up.
Do you know the story behind that, though? How they really used tribes people?
I actually researched the story before I watched the movie to get the whole scoop, and then actually watching the movie and seeing how graphic that was, I was messed up.
He used
for 2 days.
real tribes people, they're not really cannibals,
But the actual tribes people.
Absolute tribes people. And he says he brought his laptop and TVs and stuff and showed them movies. Some of them had never seen a TV or movies.
Yeah.
So, and then he explained to, like, I don't know if you talked to, like, the leader of the village or a liaison, but you try to explain to
They're
them.
called an elder, Jay.
Well, I'm saying it might,
They're called
might be,
a chief.
It might be like
Or
a person from that's not part of that. That's to explain to them what, because Eli Roth's like, I want them to be cannibals, and there's kids obviously. So what I'm saying is, I want little kids to be playing cannibals.
Yeah.
And like, how do you approach a village with that? And he thought it was going to be like, no, and they were all stoked on it. They were excited. Like, there's a scene
Like,
where,
fuck yeah, I'll be a cannibal.
We get to eat people again.
Yeah.
It's happening.
We get to eat white people. I'll do it.
Also, why do all those tribes people have the same fucking haircut as the Beatles?
I don't know. Don't know. My only theory on that is that
Lloyd
they all
Christmas.
saw one poster one time, and it happened to be the Beatles
Yeah.
If some guy came down there that they ate,
wearing like a shirt,
had
the same
Abbey Road or something.
They ate the first Paul McCartney.
This-
That's how he actually died.
the same missionary went to all the different tribes camps, and he had the same Beatles shirt on every time. That's the only thing I can think of.
They saw the one documentary on Nostradamus, and that one English guy had the fucking.
Oh yeah! Oh my God!
Imagine truly being in that situation, though. Those
Oh,
people
yeah.
thought they were actually fine
Yeah.
the whole time, and then just
Well, he got blowback from that too, from like all the woke ass people. Like, how dare you exploit a tribe? He's like, hey, I gave them work. We fucking compensated them. They were on board with it. He's like, why don't you worry more about the fucking rainforest that they live in being destroyed by a big business?
Is Jeffrey Dahmer eating black people, though? Is that reverse cannibalism? Like, it's supposed to be the other way around, man. You can't do that.
And also, did he season people when he ate them?
I think I told you guys about that before. It
No
might have been the
Louisiana
first-
hot sauce on the brothers when he ate them.
Like, I've only been to Wisconsin one time, and I was actually with your brother for a concert, like 20 years ago, to go to Warped Tour.
Zebrahead and stuff.
Well, we went to like just Warped Tour. It was like 311 was there and shit that year, and it was at this place called the Rave Eagles Ballroom. It was actually an indoor Warped Tour.
Oh, he talked about that.
Yeah, so we're in line.
I think on the show.
We're in line to go into the venue, and there's girls. Everyone's our age. We're like 18, whatever, 19 at the time, and these girls are like, hey,
Barely
you ever been
legal.
to Wisconsin, blah blah blah, and they're like, you want to see like where Jeffrey Dahmer like lived at? And I was like, yeah. I do, but I'm in line to go to a fucking all-day concert, and I also don't want to get in some car. That's a really weird thing to suggest with some random people to go see Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment or whatever.
Well, yeah, it's probably the paid tours because there's actually a tour company that takes you around to that and all his different haunts. So maybe they're just trying to get some money out
I
of you.
wouldn't go for the simple. Jeffrey lived in the hood, man.
He did.
It was the straight up hood.
And
And he was so bad that like he was eating people in the hood.
well,
Craig
Craig
would throw big barbecues for the hood with people.
Yeah, you say white folk can't barbecue.
Of
What
people.
up?
But even that venue was haunted. It was an old, not like a, like YMCA's or whatever, like rec clubs back in the day were more of like fancy buildings.
Yeah.
There'd be like a ballroom and like an indoor pool.
because they always had YMs dances and stuff. No, it's true.
I love how we celebrate a song about blowing dudes at a athletic center at sporting events, and there's all families and shit singing it. They had a pool that was obviously drained in this venue where we saw the Warped Tour at, and it's like a haunted pool, and like there's nothing creepier than a pool with no water in it. Like
It's weird.
Yeah, like in a dark, like creepy lit.
I thought that's just where you skateboard.
Well, not a pool like that. It doesn't have.
No,
That's got like
it's all
walls.
squared off. This wasn't rounded at all. It was all.
Yeah, this isn't like
the levels of it too.
Not like a California backyard pool
Yeah.
where you can skate it. It's like you can go down and then it's a wall straight up.
Is that called shredding the gnar? Is that
I don't know.
what it is?
Gleaming the Cube is that's the actual one.
I want to take a Intex inflatable pool and take the water out of it, and then have skateboarders try to skateboard it. There's just walls that are like, I can't do shit. Just fucking skateboard it. You're the pro, right?
Milwaukee. Craig told me that of all the places he went, that he never seen such wide open racism than when he was in Milwaukee. Like people just dropping N-bombs at black people and stuff in the street.
In Milwaukee? Really?
Not when he went with you, but he went another time after that.
I would have never thought that ever.
The only
No,
other
I
thing,
thought it sounded like Alabama or
Yeah.
something in the
He-
60s.
Yeah,
well,
Milwaukee seems very like.
Yep,
open
he said it was
and
pretty racist
friendly.
there.
the only thing I remember from
But-
that trip also is that the Truth just started, the cigarette company.
Oh yeah, those commercials.
And like, so we're in line, and they were one of the sponsors in the Warped Tour, and all these people like giving us pamphlets and brochures, and I think they gave us like a disposable camera, and then we saw them and they're all just smoking cigarettes. It was exactly like It Wasn't Always Sunny when those people are like, get rid of smoking, and then Charlie finds them later, and they're all like smoking cigarettes behind the fucking trailer and shit. I'm like,
They're
what
just
the
getting
fuck?
paid. That's all. What?
Whatever happened with that show, by the way?
What?
I haven't seen It's Always Sunny in
just-
Philly and
Season
Forever.
14 just
It
started.
just came
Okay.
back on, and the first, I think they're at episode 4 now. It was one of the funniest episodes ever of the show. They
Yeah,
went
because you were saying before it was kind of lacking.
It was kind of lame, but they went to the zoo in this last one, and the whole episode is about texting. So on the screen, it's like the group chat that they're in.
Oh, they're showing
and
the
it's
text.
like the emojis and like the texting, and like when they go to like type fucking, it's ducking, like all the things that we encounter, like the eggplant emoji for like
Yeah.
boners and stuff like that. And it was so fucking funny, man. Like
I have to catch up on that.
That is by far one of my favorite shows
It's
of
fantastic.
all time. Next to, I know you guys probably don't watch it, but Netflix, Big Mouth. Or
I know what it is, but I've never watched it.
yeah.
No?
Nick Kroll show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it's good.
Oh, it's excellent. I mean, it is funny as hell. I watch it all the time now. Just started that one in The Ranch with Ashton
watched
Kutcher.
I've seen The Ranch. I think they're on season 7 now.
8.
I think the last one I watched was sometime in season 3, and I kind of forgot about it because it took so long in between seasons. Netflix only has. They have good shows.
Yeah.
When they do have good shows, they're good shows, but then it's kind of few and far between now. Like the Paul Rudd one looks okay,
I heard that's really good.
but it just like
I feel like they're stepping their game up though with them two
better.
shows alone. I mean, the views that they're getting.
well, I think The
off
Ranch
them.
is over. I think that was it. That's the
Yeah.
last season.
There's no need to rush watch that stuff because that's all that's going to be left on Netflix
Yeah.
eventually.
They're losing everything. The
yeah.
Office, Friends.
I heard
that's
they,
it.
they paid like $100 million just to have The Office, like or something.
They no. I don't remember what the Office exact amount, but in order to keep Friends for one more year, they paid $100 million.
Oh, that's what it was.
But yeah, because now it's going over to the Warner streaming app, which is called HBO Max.
Wait, isn't NBC? I thought it's going on the Peacock.
That's The Office.
NBC one.
The Office is,
Okay,
but Friends, even though it was an NBC show, it was produced by Warner Brothers.
I'm not going to pretend to understand how syndication works because I watch Comedy Central a lot at home,
Yeah.
and they just started showing Friends on Comedy
Yeah.
Central.
Because you can pay for it for regular pay television, or regular, just like not antenna, but basic television.
Mm-hmm.
Then you pay for the cable rights, and then you pay for the streaming rights. So all three of those you get big money for.
You also can't find a lazier channel than Comedy Central.
Yeah, we talked about that before too.
Like, honestly, just throw The Office on all day and then play We're the Millers like 3 times in a row. And
Still have never seen We're the Millers all the way through.
I've accidentally seen We're the Millers at least a half a dozen times.
I know. Nick Offerman's in it,
Yep.
and he's a cop.
Yep.
And then there's a tattoo,
Sudeikis is in it.
and then there's Waterfalls, where they sing Waterfalls. I think it was.
Oh yeah, they sing Waterfalls. Yeah.
Yep, and Jennifer Aniston strips.
She's gotten incredibly better looking as she's aged.
She had a lot of work done, but she keeps herself in pretty good shape too, though. She's
not aged much in 25 years.
No.
Well, I mean, I know she's probably got. Yeah, she's got surgeons. She's got the Pilates and probably this personal trainer, specific diet to keep her or whatever. But
yeah,
still, it's still an accomplishment. Same thing with J-Lo.
Yeah,
all these famous women have access to the money, but them two particular
they don't age.
But so they're doing their thing.
Is like even like I think Sandra Bullock looks really good. Like,
we talk about. I think the last 2 years, her face.
I think she looks a little hacked up now, man.
Her face is starting to look a little.
Looks a little sub.
Not that we're judging. We're not perfect.
I feel bad shitting on attractive women celebrities. Like,
yeah.
Who am I?
We're ruining their lives.
Who the fuck am I?
Yeah, because people would totally look at me and care what I think.
Well,
but I seriously, I look. What's that? The Bird Box.
I didn't finish it.
Now her face looked weird. Now, still attractive. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But there was a change that has happened.
So that movie was they can't look at stuff.
Yeah.
And then Krasinski had the movie where they can't talk.
Yep.
So we're gonna have the movie where they can't smell next. Is that?
I don't know. Maybe that's a Quiet Place 2. Which is coming out.
Smelly Place?
A Smelly Place, yeah. Quiet Place 2 comes out spring.
Do spoilers on this? Or
yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
It depends. If I haven't seen it yet, I don't want to be spoiled. You can spoil other people.
Surely based
don't
on
spoil me, though.
Quiet Place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been out for like a year.
It's 2 years
now.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you haven't seen it by now, like, fuck off, right? Like, I watched it on an airplane, and I didn't really like it, but it fucking killed a kid 5 seconds in that movie.
That's the part I brought up, because I didn't see it. I didn't watch it, and we did an episode with... And Matt was here, and I just watched it. I'm watching it, and it's like I ended up liking it a lot more. The second time through, I liked it.
My biggest gripe was what's loud and noisy. A newborn, maybe wrap it up. Don't get your wife pregnant when you need to keep everything quiet.
Yeah, it's the end of the world. You probably shouldn't be
like,
repopulating
don't bring another kid in.
Yet.
Only because all I've heard is that you can't make any noises, and I don't know. I never had a baby, but I know they make
that. The
noises.
part where at the beginning at the bridge
does exist. You can do that.
At the beginning with the bridge, it's seriously like 5 or 6 minutes into the movie, and he's running to get the kid. I'm like, oh, he's going to get the kid, and all of a sudden, nope. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep. and then I was intrigued because like I said, I was watching on an airplane, and I was like, well, I'm going to definitely watch this now. And
the part with the old man where he sees them walking when they're coming back from like the waterfall and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, all of a sudden he's like, rah! And just starts yelling, and then the thing appears and kills the old man in front of him again.
Opening scene had a little bit of vibe of The Road. Have you ever seen that?
Viggo
Mortensen.
Yeah, and this is another one. I think it's the same episode. We talked about A Quiet Place and also The Road with Matt. I read the book. And I love the book. I've read it like 3 times.
They eat their young.
I had a problem with it because the first time I was reading it, I think Elizabeth was just born, and there's a scene in the book where they're roasting babies on a spit and stuff, and I had to put it down for a few weeks before I picked it back up.
If I recall, they only kind of like touch on that in the movie where they don't really like explicitly talk.
I for some reason, I don't know, maybe I just didn't feel like being depressed, so I didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, that's big time for me. A movie that actually hit me hard, where they had child involvement, is you guys remember Law Abiding Citizen?
Yeah,
the actual start of that with the scene with his wife and daughter. That hit me so hard. I was like, I don't know if I can watch this. You know,
you guys ever see Saving Private Ryan, right?
Oh yeah.
That depressed me to hell.
Yeah.
I can't take seeing Germans dialect that, man. It gets to me.
That's your ancestry, man.
Yeah, it's like, it
We're
just
German.
gets to me, man.
I'm trying to think of what movies really have if I'm in the wrong mood when young Forrest is reading that letter to Jenny's grave.
Yeah.
That gets a little little tear jerky,
man.
And like Forrest, and then Forrest is like talking. He's like he's doing so good in school. He misses you so much.
Smart.
And then Forrest, I'm like, oh god.
Yeah,
that's
a good movie.
That's
like we talked. I can't remember the episodes, but we talked about it. Well,
I didn't say dim.
Like, why do there's certain movies that people go watch to just be in misery? It's there to make you depressed and it's sad. Going in like it's I don't know. It could be any.
My Life.
Remember Beaches?
My Life's hilarious.
I got 2 sisters, so they watch that movie Beaches, and like,
With
not Bad
DiCaprio?
Midler, but Barbara Hershey.
Barbara Hershey, yeah.
It's like just dying of cancer. That's the point. Like, okay, she's got terminal cancer. I know how this ends. Why are you watching? You're just putting yourself through this, you know.
My life was.
But Radio Flyer tricked me, and I talked about that.
You talk about Radio Flyer. Yeah, you ever seen Radio Flyer?
Oh, yeah. We
Yeah,
talked
that was
about this
a
the one
great-
time.
Yeah, you were
and
here when we talked about it. That's right.
I got tricked by it because I thought it was like a coming of age, like kids movie.
Because they played it off that way. In
No,
the
it's about a
trailers.
guy that abuses a kid till he kills him. That's basically
He
what it's
flew
about.
away.
I'm like, I saw that, dude, and I didn't realize it because I watched it when I was a kid myself, 13 or something, and like,
You're like,
he
I've
flew,
been
he flew away, you know. Then I watched it like when I was 17 on like I don't know HBO or something. Like, dude, he didn't fly away at all. He was fucking killed.
Doesn't he like go up to like a buffalo or something, and, like and like looks into its eye and like touches it and that?
Well, supposedly
Oh,
the mom gets postcards and stuff, but that's obviously a coping mechanism of some sort. I can't figure out that, but Bobby did not make it out of there. Because the EMTs show up, like
I'll have to watch that. I mean, I remember feeling the same way you did after watching it later on in life, but I don't remember the movie enough to.
It's honestly been over 2 decades since I watched
I
it.
told him though I have to watch it alone, but I have to watch it when you're coming down off an like right now I'm coming up from an alcohol high, but when you're coming down and you're like getting to that depressed stage, like 2-3 in the morning and you haven't had one in a couple hours. Then you watch it, and then you'll really cry.
What about when they beat the living fuck out of Johnny Five?
That was sad.
It was kind of sad, right?
It was.
I remember as a kid being like, "Oh man, like,
oh yeah,
what the fuck are you doing to him? They're doing him dirty."
I remember one time the Peanuts gang.
Yeah.
Chuck did Thanksgiving. Remember the Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Charlie Brown and stuff. And he busted his ass to make everyone happy. But he ended up having like just popcorn and some half-ass shit, and he got bitched out by Peppermint Patty. And they bitched. I remember being like, I don't know, 5 or 6, and I just cried my eyes. He just tried to get everybody.
He's trying to be nice.
Like, I would eat popcorn right now. You know, I'm like crying because they treat Chuck like fucking the guy that runs the Ferris wheel at the county fair. Fucking Chuck always got treated like shit.
We watched The Great Pumpkin last night because I haven't watched it yet this year, and we have to watch it every year. And man, every time I watch it, it's like every year I get more and more jaded and cynical. I'm like, man, fucking Sally is not Sally, Lucy. Which one's his sister? Lucy's his sister. Sally's the neighbor chick. Linus's sister, right?
Yeah.
She's such a fucking bitch, man. And every time I watch, I'm like, this fucking bitch is what I got.
Yeah.
I hate her so much because she's like the way people are now. She's just miserable, and she makes everybody else miserable around her.
Yeah, and Chuck is the reluctant leader. He don't want to be the leader. He has no interest in telling people what to do. But there's what are we gonna do, Chuck? And then everything he does, he gets shit on.
Yeah, it's like real life. It really is. You can't win, is what they're trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I was going to bring this up. I wore my cardigan tonight. My nice green cardigan I wore tonight.
Are you gonna go do Nirvana Unplugged later?
So yes, good.
With the lights out, it's not
good call.
It's less
I'm not
dangerous.
going to, but Kurt Cobain's cardigan from that concert was up for auction the other day.
How much did that go for?
$334,000.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus.
Here's the thing. That was from 1993 or 4, just before he died.
93 was.
It was 93.
Unplugged, yeah.
It hasn't been washed since then.
So
It's been sitting somewhere for the last 25 years, 26 years.
The moths haven't gotten to it yet.
No, I guess they kept preserved.
So
They made sure they didn't wash it, and it still has the same stains.
Smells like heroin and depression.
One guy's like, yeah, that's what the one guy says. He's like, it smells like all kinds of teen spirit now. But yeah, somebody bought that thing for $334,000.
Jesus.
Which is over what they predicted, by the way.
Phil finally joined us.
Fuck. You was busy playing video games?
20-year-olds don't know who Nirvana
Hello, Phil.
is.
Hello, Phil.
Hello.
My kids know because us, but
There's like I'll work with some younger kids every once in a while, or just meet people out and about, and they don't. What's a Nirvana? And then like it just like kind of hurts your brain. You kind of like twitch that you don't even want to like answer it.
well, maybe you've seen the videos on YouTube and stuff. Like there'll be like a kid wearing a Nirvana shirt, like she's like 14, wearing a Nirvana shirt, and her parents play some Nirvana songs. She's like, "Who is this?" And she doesn't even know any of the songs by Nirvana.
I don't understand when like younger people use the excuse where it's like, "Well, I wasn't around then." Yeah, I wasn't around when the fucking Beatles were around.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Still somehow knew who the fuck they were.
Yeah. I knew about Magellan.
Yeah.
Magellan's pretty badass.
Kids are like
Wasn't wrong for it.
Way out of tune. Like I would say the one thing that hurt
Who
me the
Sitting
most
Bull
is the guys and me were sitting around at work, and we have a younger coworker who's intelligent when it comes to actual sports, but we got on conversations of Masters of the Universe, and he did not know who Skeletor was on one of our coworkers' shirts.
See?
It's un-American to
It's
not
sad.
know who
It's an
Skeletor
epidemic.
is.
It's an epidemic that's happening
I
right
lost
now.
my mind. It was bad.
Did you guys watch the documentary on Netflix about Masters
I
of the
still
Universe?
not watched it. I'm so behind
No.
on everything.
It's good.
Yeah.
You like we talked about this a little bit, but you forget that is one of the few times where the toy came first
Yeah.
before the cartoon.
Yeah, it was at that point where they started saying, "Well, we're gonna have a toy coming out, but we better have a cartoon ready to go with it." And like Transformers happened, but you're right, He-Man was one of those.
Yeah, the documentary is pretty solid for what it's worth. I mean, it's like an hour and a half of just
No, I've
useless information.
been putting off watching it. I think because my son wanted to watch it, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll wait for you," and we just haven't watched it.
I don't know why I watch so many documentaries. They're not. They seem like it wouldn't seem like anything interesting. So we started this company in Denver in 1982, and you watch the whole thing. It's like,
I think documentaries are fantastic.
yeah,
I love
yeah,
documentaries.
I do too. But when you
love
break it down, like,
documentaries.
why am I doing this?
At one point,
It's
I watched
just-
every one of the WWE ones of even guys I don't care about just
Yep.
because they were so well made.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
like you made someone Randy Orton, who's like dull as a piece of wood. Fascinating.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I found out why the Big Show, what it is, I never knew about. Like it's a pituitary gland or something.
Yeah,
And
he has pituitary
your
disorder.
organs just keep growing
Yep.
inside of your body, and that's why all the guys that have that giant disease fucking die.
Gigantism.
Yeah, just the crowding.
Gigantor.
But he had
crowding
the
of
tumor
organs.
removed, so he didn't keep growing.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Whereas Andre did still have
Yeah.
that going on, so he was growing until the day.
Did they not know back then? Or
No,
you just
they
didn't
no, they
want it?
took. Here's the
It
thing.
can be kind of a
Here's the
sketchy
weird-
surgery.
Here's the weird thing about Andre. He was told what it was, and he had the attitude of, "This is how God wants me."
Oh,
That's it.
Yeah.
that's that
And he
backwoods
just let it
Frenchman
go.
stuff
Like
going on.
but he dealt with all his pain issues by drinking
Massive.
cases of beer per day. Instead, because he hated pills, so he
What,
drew the moral line there. No pills, no
what-
surgery on my gigantism. I'll just keep
Live
the
it out.
gigantism and drink 100 beers a night.
Yeah,
Makes sense to me.
what was the most beers he actually drank at that bar?
119.
119 beers by one man. I mean, I don't know how that feat is even possible
So
by
that's
somebody his size.
10 more
That's-
than Wade Boggs on that flight.
The Boggs flight.
Wade Boggs went nuts on that flight.
And I love how Always Sunny did 2 episodes about that.
2 episodes. It was so good.
man.
Wade flipped out on people, man.
I
Like,
believe
serving him.
It seems
I
like
believe
Wade was
I
kind of a
could probably
dick.
put down at least 50.
50.
On a flight
At least.
from Boston. Was
I
it
wanna-
Boston to Seattle or Philly to
It
Seattle?
was cross country.
Yeah, but it's still it's only a few hours.
Remember when we flew that time?
Oh, Vegas,
and we
baby.
went to Vegas, and the steward, I shit you not, I was a lot better looking then than I am now. Because I wasn't as fat.
hold
and we
on.
went there, and the stewardess just liked us. And they kept serving us. And, like, you know how it takes forever to get a beer? Like, the whole meme, like, I can't sit here.
Yeah.
They went right to me and him. And then the business guy, like,
Business guy.
this
He
business,
was
he's like,
great.
hey, what do you want, man? I'm like,
Buying
I don't
us
know.
beers.
They thought we were like something. Like, we got treated like rock stars on a plane. And then
They thought you were Blink-182.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was.
We might have been the only people, honestly, to ever bar hop in a fucking airport.
Yeah.
We bar hopped in an airport.
Anyway,
I mean, it was crazy.
We got about 3/4 of the flight to Vegas done. We were like about an hour left to go, and it hit me that I had to throw up. I'm like, and I went in the bathroom and started just puking like crazy.
Well, we were
Remember
honestly.
the crazy girl we were sitting next to?
Oh man, that
And
was
she,
bad.
she actually really liked you.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
and-
did
and-
not
and
like
she-
her. I
and
mean,
she-
it was
well,
rough.
and
She was gorgeous.
She was really good looking.
Canadian from
Yeah.
Canada.
But then
Toronto.
she got drunker and her behavior got worse. And she's like, she started doing Arabic chants to make people uncomfortable, like loud.
That'll do it. That'll do it. All right.
And the stewardess like takes me to the side, really cute Asian girl. She's like, "What the fuck's up with your girl?" Like, I don't know her at all. I have no idea who she is. She's like,
we're not fucking with her.
Yeah, she took a liking. She goes, she likes my cousin.
She's
crazy.
You should, this is what we do every time before we take a flight down.
Yeah.
What aren't you understanding about this?
Okay, I got
pretty simple.
Sputter right here. It's going to go across your carotid artery right here.
That whole trip was amazing though, because we got to eat great Mexican food at the airport at that Mexican restaurant. We
at
drank
Metro.
Probably
Metro.
It's a Jose Cuervo tequila.
Yeah, we were drinking beers that were like 2 feet tall or whatever the hell they were, them Boombas. And then
I still never got that sick off alcohol in my life.
We continued to rotate to the next bar, and we continued to drink. We were hammered, and we were in line behind a famous NBA player's wife and kid, and we still do not know how they let
Real
us on that
basketball
airplane.
wives of Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it truly was. She was
I'll tell you who
famous.
it is. Remember Danielle Marshall?
Yeah.
His wife.
Yep.
Was she good looking?
Yes,
Well, she was
absolutely.
talking to us too.
That's a Sonic on
talking
TV.
to us.
No, she's like my husband,
flirtatious.
she was really friendly, really friendly. I don't really think she wanted us, but she was really friendly. But she just thought. But we were so hammered that the stewardess and everything. I went up. Because we didn't have seats next to each other.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I want to sit next to my cousin, and I just lied to her. He has an anxiety disorder, and if he sits next to me, it'll comfort him. She goes, "You two are trouble, aren't you?" I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "All right." It worked.
She likes trouble.
They
There's like naughty stewardesses. She wanted it.
Honestly, that
it was like a porn that I never got blown in. That's what it was.
Did you truly think that we were going to join the Mile High Club that night? Because I thought that there was a good chance.
No,
between
no.
The
You
stewardess,
maybe.
No, between the stewardess, I mean, they were all about both of
How
us.
do people
and then
fuck in a bathroom? I
the
could barely
Canadian.
shit in
No,
it
dude,
last time.
I'll tell you guys, I've never been a ladies' man, but that night, I don't know if I was putting out the pheromones.
Yeah.
I did really well that night. Like the girls who were like the stewardess were like patting on us and like massaging the shoulders.
Just in the
I was
airplane or in Vegas?
No,
just
on
in
the
plane.
airplane.
On the plane.
Oh,
Never
it
happened
was
again.
amazing.
Didn't happen when I was
Never happened again.
Yeah, like never happened again anywhere before or after in my life. But for some reason that night,
I was so drunk, and I think you were too, that we easily in front of all those people, and what is it considered? Just normal class or whatever flight.
Economy.
yeah,
Economy. Would have fucked stewardess and a drunk Canadian chick doing Muslim chants in front of everybody. And nobody would have cared.
I don't
on
take it that
flight.
far, but I
Somebody
definitely
would've
think they
cared.
would have blown us in front of everyone.
Definitely.
No,
Definitely.
it was for some reason everyone thought we were something. I don't
Yes.
know why. Because we
Blink 182.
Well,
like you
you
said.
know what it was? I think it was the confidence of our approach. At
Alcohol
that point.
equals confidence.
no, we were drunk and we were acting like idiots, and for
Yeah.
some reason they mistook that as confidence.
They definitely did. Vegas was a great trip.
Remember that we saw the people fast walking. You know they got the walk thing where it makes you walk faster.
like the
It's like
escalator,
an escalator, but a flat
Yeah.
one.
the stupid
And
escalator. I call
look
it.
look how hyper these people are. And I did the fucking, and I walked as fast as I could across it.
You were
and
gone.
then people were dying laughing as I did it.
I
I had a great time until I got sick. And then I didn't do
remember-
shit. The trip was ruined for me because I was sick.
No, the trip was great for you. You went to underground metal concert that I missed because I was too drunk hanging out with Kent, who I met for the first time, and then his
I went to a thrash concert, like an underground death and grindcore concert. Yeah.
Like in Ace Ventura when he goes to see Cannibal Corpse.
The one thing I remember about that is we were the talk because we started a beer pong at that pool. I received a hand job from an extra large girl in a pool, and then you guys walked in on me while she was blowing me. And
oh yeah,
that trip was amazing. She did not miss a beat either. You remember? She just kept.
Yeah, I remember that chick. Yeah,
it was good.
she wasn't the best though.
No, she called my mom. She
called
called my
your mom.
mom.
I'm blowing yourself.
She
I've seen
actually
videos
called
like
my
that.
mom. For real. I mean, she called my mom looking for me.
Oh, like after you guys got home from your trip?
Yes.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't give her your real number, did you?
I guess I did.
Oh,
I guess I
man.
gave her my mom's number.
Yeah.
Every
That was
player
bad,
knows
but-
you're not supposed to do that.
That trip was really fun. The UFC event, meeting all the fighters and everything.
Yeah, we met a lot of fighters. That was really cool.
I would recommend.
Dean Lister was the nicest guy. Remember, he's a submission guy.
Yeah,
Dean
I remember
Lister
He
Dean
was
Lister.
like the nicest guy.
CB Dalloway was cool. Remember, we were in line ordering pizza with CB Dalloway after he just won his fight.
Yeah,
Right there in the.
Didn't you see? Didn't you meet Paul Pierce,
Paul.
The
No, Paul Craig did.
Yeah.
the junkie?
No, yeah.
Dan
We met. The Boston Celtics had won their NBA
Yeah.
title.
Yeah.
Paul
did.
Pierce, Rajon Rondo, and Kevin Garnett were standing there, and
Oh,
Craig
yeah.
shook Paul Pierce's hand, and we talked to them briefly and
Yeah.
left. But
Easily.
I looked at how tall Kevin Garnett was. I'm like, how in the world can you possibly guard?
I forgot that they won a championship.
Yeah,
Like,
they did.
Oh,
and that-
they did.
but that's
Easily.
crazy. Like about them, Boston Bruins won it not long before that. The Red Sox have won it a couple years, and obviously
Well-
the Patriots. Like that city's so fucking spoiled.
That was 09, right?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Was that
sounds
09 you
right.
guys went?
I was 31, so yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was like 09. So they had just won. Did they only win one when they were there?
Celtics won one, Bruins won one, Red Sox have won 3 or 4.
Well, no, I know that. But I thought for some reason Boston only won. The Celtics only won one championship, but did they go to another one and almost win?
I don't remember.
Because they built that team. They traded to get all those guys.
They did. But then
Ray Allen.
It went to total garbage the following season.
Okay,
it did.
that's right.
I don't even think they made
Probably
the playoffs
not,
the
'cause
following season.
They probably didn't, because didn't the Pistons or the Cavs go every other year?
The Pistons
No,
were gone
the
for a while.
Pistons
The
haven't gone since
Well, Pistons went 6 in a row, right? To the conference finals.
conference finals. Yeah,
Yes.
but that stopped in like 05 though, or
Yeah.
06.
And then after that, Cavaliers.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. So it was only the 1 year.
Yeah, the 1
So then I think the Bruins in that time have won 2, right?
Won.
Only one?
Bruins won 1.
Why did I think they won 2?
Bruins won in 2008. No, they were 11.
Yeah, but I thought they won another one.
No.
But obviously Boston's
I
won-
think the Bruins won in 10 because I was at a bar with my buddy and he was explaining to me that his friend is actually playing in the conference finals for the Bruins.
I thought
as a
Chicago won
defenseman.
in 2010. I was about to say 10.
Was
but
it?
I thought it was
Maybe
Wings,
that's-
Wings in 8, Penguins in 2009. I thought Chicago was 10 and maybe Boston was 11. But either way, Boston Celtics had
I'm pretty confident the Bruins were 2011.
Bruins Celtics both won really close together.
Yeah.
Red Sox had sprinkled in World Series wins over the last decade.
Yeah.
And then
3, right?
and
3 in the
then-
last 15
and then
years?
Patriots, obviously.
They've won a couple.
The Patriots just keep.
They've won a
doing
couple,
things.
yeah.
Tom Brady does not age.
They may not win
What
one
is
this year, though.
wrong with
That
him?
city has to be so jaded, though.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're the worst.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, I feel weird just, like, feeling spoiled that we had the Wings do what the Wings did, having one Pistons
Yeah.
win, and the Tigers being good. Not even
Yeah.
winning.
Win,
the
not
World
even
Series,
winning.
Just being good. I can't imagine how it's like, so when these teams fall off in Boston, those people are going to have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah.
if the Patriots, because the Patriots
No,
never
Phil,
lost.
the Bruins ain't doing jack shit.
If the Patriots are undefeated and they're like blowing people out right now, they haven't lost a game.
Yeah.
But and they're winning by like an average of 20 something points a game, blowing people out. If they have even a close game, or if they happen to lose a game before the end of the season, they will lose their fucking minds in that city.
Oh, yeah.
They will be like dude, shit the bet. They can't believe they did this.
How great must that feel, though, to just have a city that has stacked teams every year? You don't have to worry about nothing.
Here's what I hate about not Boston itself, but like Red Sox Nation.
Yeah.
Red Sox Nation.
Yeah, like the
there's
Celtics-
so many bandwagoners. Like, oh, I love the Boston Red Sox. Fuck you.
The
Jeff.
Celtics and the Bruins.
There's like 8 million Red Sox Nation fans. There's 1 million people in the whole city of Boston. Maybe there's people like Californians and Kentuckians
Yeah.
who are Red
Jeff.
Sox fans.
The Celtics and the Bruins don't really bother me as teams. Like, I feel like the fans don't bother me, but like, yeah, the Red Sox fans obnoxious. They're up there with the Yankees fans, and I don't like the Patriots.
Oh, Yankee fans. I hate.
I would
Yankees.
say the fans that aggravate me the most that I actually experienced. I went to playoff games for the Tigers and things like that.
Yeah.
Would be Oakland Athletics fans
Yeah,
They
that
do
makes
not
them-
act like normal human beings. I swear to God, they're aliens.
That must be a
They're
Bay
not
Area
normal.
thing, though, because the Raiders fans are like the worst too.
Yeah,
No.
Raiders fan is the worst fans in the Western world.
Raiders fans are like white trash Mad Max. It's like all just
the
aluminum foil shoulder
No,
pads.
no,
and,
no.
like, spikes.
The Raiders fans are biker gangs, Mexicans, and the Crips.
It's
That-
all
that's
just
their-
big groups of people that don't get along normally.
Yeah, they're a group of like prison gangs that have decided they have one banner
Yeah.
that we're gonna get behind, and we're gonna all be Raiders fans, and we're gonna stab, shoot, kill, and beat anyone that doesn't like the
What do you
Raiders.
think that fan base is going to look like when they move to Vegas?
Well, they also, and it was yesterday or the day before, the fan base that drinks the most in the NFL is Raiders fans. They are the biggest drunks in the NFL.
There's another melee, a crowd fight broke out, and then it spilled out into the cage. They were fighting in the cage at an MMA event in Russia, and the first guy to come out of nowhere to throw a punch in Russia was wearing a Raiders coat. Hey, fucking dickhead!
Jay jumped so hard.
These two cats.
We have another MMA.
We gotta
fight
fight.
going on
two
here.
cats just fighting. One was drinking some water, and then one started eating the other one's tail.
I will say, Jay, that scared the shit out of me, and I did not know what was going on. I have one of those.
Jay jumped straight.
And normally,
That's
it's
how he
me
gets when he
getting my
can't go
ass
outside. See how obsessed he is with going outside? When he can't go outside, and like say it's winter and it's like snow, he'll randomly beat the shit out of one of the other cats because he can't go outside like it's there for you, dirty bitch, and he'll like, beat the hell out of him.
It's terrible.
I'm checking some emails right now, and the dermatologist office I go to is having some spectacular deals. If you guys need any skincare,
Is it more than
haven't thought
is it
about
more
it.
than 4 miles away from here? Because I don't go to anywhere that's more than 4 miles
Honestly,
away.
if you guys want some really, really great deals, the only emails I seem to get is from Adam and Eve. You guys
I don't
ever
get
heard of
those
that?
anymore. Oh yeah.
those radio commercials are so fucking cringy.
Seriously, you ever seen like the TV commercials? They would
No.
show. Sometimes if you're watching stuff on Hulu, they won't show any like skin or cleavage or anything. But it's,
Skin.
they don't show anything like they don't people wearing this stuff. But there's a lady who does it. And she's like Adam and Eve, and I swear to God, it looks like I can't think of her name, but it looks like an SNL skit's about to happen. And I can't think of the actress.
Well,
that's
the
on
radio
SNL.
commercials are just so good. It's like, ooh,
I don't listen to
look at a little
radio.
Something to spice up the bedroom. Ooh, I like that. It's so bad.
I don't listen to terrestrial radio anymore.
Just extraterrestrial radio.
Is that really an issue though? Like with dudes, like your woman takes her clothes off. That's not enough. Like I gotta spice you up. I gotta put expensive lingerie on you to be attracted
No,
to you
I don't
again.
want
No, you
lingerie.
just
I
see your tits. You're good.
No,
You know,
man,
I'm-
it's all about
Let's go.
cock rings.
But they also advertise discreet packaging, which is my favorite part.
They put it in a brown paper bag and then tape it
just
up.
says dildos real big on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
not gay porn in the description line.
I've bought a few sex toys from there, for my significant other, and
I need to
you
change
could
the subject.
definitely tell that it is a large dildo or vibrator.
It's like
If I did
it's
the
your
mechanism-
packaging, but it's to the shape of what
Yeah,
you
if
bought.
I worked for that UPS, if I worked for that company, I would do everything like right in the shape of the dick.
Yeah, take it like
Yeah.
wrap paper around it, like
he forms it and puts it in the mailbox.
so you
Yeah.
can see the shape.
And I'd put in the description line, "Blow up doll." Just fuck with it.
I think I'm gonna
This
buy
dude is a creep. And be in the description.
I think I'm gonna buy a fleshlight and request that it's like vacuum sealed without the cap.
flashlight.
I'm looking at this microphone cover, and I got the orange one, obviously, and there's little hairs coming off it. Looks like a furry nut. You see those little like hairs coming off?
It's a peach.
There's just some dude walking. What are these people doing? That's for cars, not for you to walk in.
Has
It's a drive
Has
through.
anybody checked the World Series recently?
Oh no, I forgot.
No, but I'm still irritated
Well,
about Verlander doing his fucking thing after we get rid of him. He's even more amazing
That's not
after
his
we were
fault.
paying him. No, but I mean, we were paying him so much
Well,
money.
he
and
tore
it's
his
like-
oblique fucking Kate Upton. We
It-
all know that.
It just goes to show
Astros are
you
up.
how bad our coaching and just overall staff is for the Tigers now to be able to get rid of every talent that we looked at as pieces of shit. Anibal Sanchez even doing his thing on a new team. And he was the biggest piece of shit of Detroit as far as
Well,
pitching.
it was never
basically.
pitching in the World Series or in the playoffs. It was
Even
always
Fernando Rodney.
no one hit. Prince Fielder, when he was here, was batting like 93 in the playoffs. Miguel Cabrera batted about 200.
People
no one
shitting
hit.
on the Cabrera contract now is so stupid. It's all hindsight. And when he signed that deal, everyone was so stoked about it.
Yep.
You can't shit on like, why do we still have this bum? It's like we all knew he was going to fall off and it was going to be probably pretty ugly. We just didn't know that the team was going to be so mismanaged and bare bones when it happened.
Yep.
Like we assumed there'd be some guys like coming up, not like an Aaron Judge or even like a Trout, but somebody to kind of fill that void.
Yep.
And Avila's just...
We didn't have any backup plan. We had no farm system when he signed that contract. So
even when people shit on Castellanos, I didn't get that either. Like that... the way the team treated him and talked about him was so shitty. Like they're like, "There's no market for him. We can't trade this guy." Was it like last season or the year before?
It was just a couple months ago. Yeah,
Yeah, he honestly got.
They just
the
traded
last
him, like,
laugh
July
because-
30th.
No, when they talked about it.
Oh,
they said
yeah,
that, like, Avila's like, "Yeah, there's honestly been no market for him." Like, why do you say that? Like, why do you let everybody know
tipping
that?
your hand.
Like, I did not understand that, and he obviously he's gonna take offense to that. And then he went to the Cubs and fucking did awesome
yeah.
stuff.
Well, now they're like, maybe now one of the rumors that they're going to re-sign him. Why'd you trade him?
I like how people
Because you can get more money now.
People act like there's an actual curse that only Detroit. Anyone that comes here just here to Detroit, they'll be bad. It's just a cursed wasteland of cursedom.
Well, it's they didn't bring back Max Scherzer because he sucked. They didn't bring him back because they weren't going to
bet on Max that year.
They weren't going to. Yeah, exactly. Max bet on himself and it worked. But we weren't going to give him $225 million. Simple as that.
And to be fair, like what you said about people going and doing stuff after they leave here, Max could have easily been Doug Fister. He could have easily went somewhere and just fallen into obscurity and like. But I mean, Verlander's never not been good.
No, he had one off season. He was hurt part of the season.
Yeah,
and the second year after his rookie year, he was not great. But it's just they weren't the best managed team, especially in the playoffs when Leland was here.
They took what's his name, Dombrowski for granted. He's a great GM. He does exactly the big moves teams want.
I thought because he just got fired.
Yeah,
I thought I was like, well, we didn't win the World Series this year, Dave. You're fired. It's like it's been 9 months since you won a World Series and you're firing the guy.
I know our record really doesn't show it, but I really like the young talent that they're actually bringing in. I mean, I like the hitters. I
wish it would have started earlier and they still had some veterans to go with it.
Yeah.
Now they don't.
Yeah.
They, like what the Astros did, the Astros had the best farm system in the world because they drafted number one so many years in a row.
yeah.
But they knew what they were doing. They built up the farm system, and then they started signing people to go along with those young players. We're not doing that. We're going to have one of the bottom 5 salary payrolls in baseball this coming year.
I thought about this a day or two ago, but I didn't really think to look it up. But you probably know. So when they actually decided to move the Astros to the American League, was that going to be the Astros no matter what, or was there a couple teams that they were toying with the idea of moving?
I think that was the original, and they may have toyed after that, but that's the one that made the most sense.
And they were also going to pick a team that wasn't.
I think Milwaukee was in that conversation.
Oh, were they?
But other than that, I don't think there was much conversation.
I like the Astros team.
I think the Astros should have been in the American League to begin with.
I just like the team. I like the guys on the team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They have a bunch of character players. That picture of Altuve, I think he's next to like Joel Embiid or whatever, and he's literally like 3 feet shorter than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's so fucking. Is that the ESPYs or whatever? That's just so fucking funny.
That's funny, but that dude
Houston's
kills it.
Definitely a great team. Great group of guys.
Goop.
Great group of guys.
Golden Globes.
No, Houston's a great team.
Yeah,
great
like,
group.
I
I hope they
about,
win.
like, pissed off because Verlander's doing good on another team, but like I like seeing guys I like have success somewhere else. Like all those years where like some like Kelvin Johnson just shitting his career in the Lions. If he would have went somewhere and won a championship, that's fucking awesome.
Yep.
Like
The only thing I don't like about it is now when Verlander does go in the Hall of Fame, because he will, definitely. Will he? Because they always had to pick what team you're going to represent in the Hall of
if he
Fame.
wins a second one, he's going in.
He's going to be an Astros. I think right now, even if they don't win, he's going to be in the Astros. Because he's not done. He's going to keep on pitching.
He's going to pitch. He's going to play at least 3 more years.
Yeah.
It's just so disheartening.
It just sucks.
That I feel like we almost kind of developed these players and we can't afford to pay them anymore. And we really could have solid teams with them. And our biggest complaint has been pitching, bullpen, all that. And even bullpen pitchers going
Yeah.
to different teams. Fernando Rodney, when he went to Seattle,
He's
he
in the World
was
Series.
one of the top closers.
How many teams has he been on?
Oh, he's been
Tampa,
on
Seattle. He's with Washington now.
a whole bunch. But for us, I mean, he would easily blow a game. I mean, it's crazy to see the differences. I mean,
We have a losing culture.
Well, with Sanchez, I understood it because dude sucked.
Yeah.
So not resigning him, or actually not even just resigning him, just not picking up his option, saved them like $9 million.
yeah.
You got to have the right fit, though, too. Sometimes either stuff like runs its course here. Like when he came here, he wasn't bad in the beginning.
No, yeah, I like.
It kind of just ran its course. That could be coaches too, but it's like you just find the right fit with a team, and there's so many moving parts that.
Yeah, it's chemistry. It really is.
I understand
They
the
don't always
money
work.
factor of rebuilding, but I mean, seriously, take a good look at all these players that left that were just terrible in our system, and look what they're actually doing.
Well, I look at last year, J.D. Martinez won a World Series.
Oh yeah,
But he hit the same way this year, just the team sucked around him. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks, but that's sports. You can't always.
We had a really good 2006 to just call it 10-year run of good baseball here.
great
Yeah.
manager.
Two World Series appearances.
Yep,
06 hurt. So
Yeah.
oh god.
with St. Louis, right?
Yeah, that was big
that was
because
St.
we
Louis,
did
all theirs.
we
Is that Kenny Rogers?
we beat the this is Kenny Rogers year with the stuff on his hand,
Yeah.
but that was the Maglio home run
Yep.
year.
I remember
Oh.
still watching that. We
Yeah.
were playing poker in Tracy's garage,
Yeah.
and he hit it, and everybody went nuts.
It sounds stupid, but winning too quickly in our championship series hurt us because we had a week off before
Yeah.
the World Series started.
And then that series against the Giants, that stupid ass fucking Panda Bear just kept hitting home run after home
Fucking
run.
Sandoval, man.
Yeah.
They had people I'd never heard of all of a sudden
Yeah.
just killing us. I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
Just remember the guy in the Giants that had that really dumb hair.
The dumb hair or the dumb beard?
Hair.
Lincecum?
Yeah, I just wanted to punch
Oh,
his
Tim,
hair.
yeah.
I don't want to punch him, just his hair.
He looked like the kid from Dazed and Confused.
Yeah,
I
that
just wanted to
Affleck's
yank-
hitting with the paddle.
Yeah.
I just wanted to yank his hair out.
Or, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. Oh,
I really
God.
thought that year where we lost to St. Louis that we were
That was the year.
unstoppable.
Yep.
We were unstoppable to anybody, and we had like what was it? 5 errors in one of the games. What wasn't it like?
It was
5
bad.
Crucial errors.
What's
like,
more depressing than the Tigers not winning, and that to me, that and in its own, that's the big thing, but the fucking Royals won a World Series
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
a team with like half dorky white dudes.
Yep.
Yep.
Like and the Royals only had that 2-year span where they were good. And
Yeah, because they went to the World Series and lost, and then they went the next year and won, and that was it.
and then that was it.
Yep. And they blew that team up. They have like one guy left
How did the fucking Royals win a World Series and the Tigers didn't win one?
because they had the same formula.
so
They
annoying.
sucked for so long that they had a really good farm system.
And
And then those guys came up, did really well, won a World Series, and then those guys left in free agency.
it's insane.
I have a story that made no sense. A coworker came up to me, and I was expecting it to be normal racism that made sense.
Yeah.
But he showed up to me. He was talking about the Tigers. This was years ago. He's like, "I don't want to watch a team with a bunch of foreigners." I'm like, "Okay." I thought he was going to like cite, you got Maglio, you got who was the guy with the big jaw, Polanco.
Yeah, Polanco.
You got all
He had
the,
a
like,
big
he's
head.
going to bitch about the Latino guys. So this is
Yeah.
what's coming. He's like, I swear to God, I shit you not. He says, "What the fuck kind of name is Ing?" Ing.
Brandon Inge?
I'm like,
Thought he was Asian.
I'm like, I mean, the white guy named Inge. He's like, yeah, his name's Ing. I'm like, no, it's a white guy from America named. But of all that team, we got all these Latin guys, and he was really mad about Ing.
From that weird country of Virginia.
Yeah, weird country of I was like, dude, not only are you a racist, you're a fucking idiot.
That's stupid.
Spoiler alert: there's not very many good American baseball players. Like,
That's why when they
well, hold on. You
Yeah,
have
there's a
to
lot of
look at
pictures.
Mike Trout, and
Trout.
he is by far one of the most dominating.
And he's-
Yeah.
You know,
His name's
for years.
Trout. Is there anything more American than going into
when-
that river and getting into a
When did Mike Trout come in the league? About 10 or maybe even 8?
2011.
He was like 14 when he came in. I remember that.
2011, his
I
rookie
remember-
season.
He was the same size the entire time too. Yeah,
He has an age.
large.
Like he looks now at 28 like he did when he was 20.
So when he's 37, he's going
27.
to get one of
He's
those
27.
TRT clinics. He's
Yeah.
gonna,
We were talking
Mike Trout's going to play till he's 57.
We were
Good.
talking about bad fans. You ever see that clip where Aaron Judge goes around New York in his just civilian clothes?
Oh, they don't know who he is?
And interviews people in Yankees gear, and he's like, "Who's your favorite player?" They're like, "Oh, Aaron Judge." He's like, he's literally talking to them.
Yeah.
Like that's so sad.
I haven't seen that. I think we ought to put it on right now. And
You
get all the
won't.
clips.
You won't get
Here-
that in this city, at least.
Here's one
No.
you would. I mean, you too, Brian. But they. I remember Incubus, their bass player, and I don't even know his name. I'm not going to pretend to be an Incubus.
The
fan.
new bass, the
one from
The
back
original.
in the day.
Dirk Lance.
Okay,
That's such a fake name.
Dirk Lance went around interviewing fans at some festival. Like, who's your favorite band here? And like they honed in on the people that said Incubus. Like, all right, cool, man. Who's your favorite member of Incubus? And they were like, Brandon, or that's the
Or
singer.
Mike.
Yeah, they were saying all that. Yeah. He's like, cool, man. Did you know that I'm an Incubus? That's how it ended.
To be fair, though, music's such a
Well, if you're a rock bass player,
audio
nobody knows.
thing too, where it's like
You don't get the same,
You can have a favorite band.
Well, they
and
didn't
not-
know he was in the band.
Yeah,
They didn't know he was-
but when you're literally saying your favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge, and like he's talking to you,
Yeah, and that's the thing. Aaron Judge plays in your city that you live in 81 times a year, and he's on TV. Whereas,
Well,
Incubus, there's not a lot of music videos anymore.
I got one, just like
got a
what
beat.
I got one. I got it better. I'm going to one up everything I said.
All right, cool.
The Dream Team.
Yeah,
Michael
Okay,
Keaton,
Mike.
Yeah.
Well, the Dream Team.
Michael Keaton, Christopher Lloyd.
yeah.
So they
forgot about that
they
movie.
send John Stockton to interview people, and they
Oh, in Barcelona.
yeah,
I
and they're
remember
like, I it's on YouTube, and John Stockton's like, so you're here to see Team America play some basketball, and they're like, yeah. Of course, John's not even that animated.
Yeah,
John's
that was
really-
way too animated
John's
for
really
John
like lame.
Stockton.
He had a fanny pack on and
And he's like, who's your favorite player on the team? And they're like, Michael. And he's like, hey, I'm on the team. They're like, you are? He's like, yeah, I'm on the team. I'm John Stockton.
he
He's like,
kind of liked that though. He liked because he brought his wife and kids, and they
Yeah.
were able just to treat it like a vacation.
Yep.
and just fly under the radar.
but people say because he had that like choir boy, like nerdy white guy look, and all the people that played against him said he was the dirtiest, meanest player they've ever played against. I think it was Steve Francis. Remember that guy that played point guard for the Rockets?
Yeah.
And he's like, I shook his hand. I'm like, hey man, I'm a big fan of you, John Stockton. Like I modeled my game after you, man. And he's like, okay, cool. He goes, the first play, he elbows me in the solar plexus and takes the wind right out of me. Then I go to run and he steps on my foot and I fall.
Yeah.
And he goes, he just beat the shit out of me physically, like dirty thing. Hey, come out of here, boy.
He had to do whatever he could to take advantage of it.
And he's like, man, John Stockton's a mean man. He's like,
I will watch any documentary about the Dream Team.
Yeah.
They keep putting one out every couple of years, and I'll just watch it again. It's all the same info we all know. Why Isaiah was kept off the team and all that.
Oh,
shit.
yeah, we all know that.
And I will watch it every time.
Oh, yeah.
And I love anytime Barkley talks about, man, I had a great time out there, and Barkley was like the only guy going out and actually like partying, hanging out with the locals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I remember they had the scrimmage game, and it was Michael Jordan's team versus Magic Johnson's team, and they would scrimmage each other, those two teams, in practice and stuff, and Michael's team would win every time, and it drove Magic nuts.
yeah, and they had to put Christian Laettner on the team because they had to have one collegiate athlete, right?
I thought they had two. I thought they had Leitner and somebody else at one point.
You might be right.
Was Bobby Hurley there? No, that's too many white people.
Yeah, because who were the white guys? It was
Stockton and
Mullins.
Leitner.
Oh, Leitner? No, yeah, not Mullins.
Oh, no.
What Mullins was on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Mullins was. You're right.
Or was it just Mullen though? No, and
Chris Mullin, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was
that's
white
right.
too.
He had that
I
falling
remember
down
that.
haircut. That Michael Douglas falling down haircut.
That is actually one of my bullet points. I want to bring up that
You
movie.
see a guy in a
about
haircut.
it?
That haircut show
How
up,
good
you
that
better
movie
fucking-
is.
They're gonna. That's another one that could be remade now with all the things we've talked about with like social justice warriors, like
Yep.
outrage. Like you could make a whole movie about that with like
Just like falling down type movie.
yeah, like a falling down movie.
Such a good movie.
I don't know who would play that at this point. Like I mean, it'd have to
Tom
be
Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
Why not?
Tom Hardy
Bradley
is
Cooper.
honestly
Bradley Cooper.
amazing. I'm sorry, he is my favorite actor now. He is literally
Did you
one of
see
my
that show
favorite actors.
Taboo that was on FX?
No, I didn't get
Like
a chance.
I didn't
to.
know that was a one and done.
It's done. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
one
because the
season.
way him and his dad wrote it.
Yeah.
which I read about. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, I mean, Tom Hardy. I don't know if Tom Hardy's dad's actually a writer, or if
No
Tom
clue.
Hardy just was like, "Hey, Dad, you want to like write a show together, and then I'll."
You want to help me with my homework?
Yeah.
No, I think they could find quite a few people to play that role. But I love that movie, Falling Down. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. When he has.
I almost watched it like 2 days
kid
ago.
at the construction site where they use the rocket launcher.
Yeah. That's great. And Robert Duvall's great in it too.
Yeah, that's another one. He's another guy that looked old my whole fucking
Forever.
life. And
He was
he's
in
still alive.
The Godfather, the
he
original
looked-
Godfather.
he looked Cobain.
And he looked like he was 50 in 1973.
Yeah, Robert Duvall. He's a great actor as well.
He's a great, or 72. I messed up on my years. Sorry.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like 90, but he's like a legit 90. I'm not just exaggerating.
95.
But he's always looked old.
Yeah.
He has.
Man.
Guys, we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
Come back and do more Radio Underground. We will be right
We got to
back.
talk about video games.
We're going to have to talk about some video
Sorry.
games and other shit. All right, let's do Matt again because they didn't send me more songs. Who his fucking name is.
Lord,
But it's always these nerds that know that shit because it's something so removed. Why do you ever let me talk? You always cut me off. Shut the fuck up.
the guy that
You
hosts.
fucking can't help yourself. Let me talk. I let you talk for 20 minutes.
Then you cut me off.
And now his phone's interrupting you.
Then now your fucking phone's going. Go outside. Okay, go ahead. Talk.
That was great.
I swear, I let you talk for 10 minutes straight. I go to speak. You're like, right in my ear.
I was just saying that's the theory I was putting out there.
Hey, my name's Mike. Hey! Shut up!
Yeah, let's just think about this for a moment. My Saturday night included going to a place where I met, let's be honest, Sonny, who is still smoking hot.
Yeah, she did a porno, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
That's got to be. That's in your hard drive. Admit it.
Oh, yeah, that's in the stank bank. I mean, it's up there. Yeah. And look at his Saturday nights. His Saturday nights probably included a circle jerk with Tom Brady and Master Chief. Oh, Tom, please deflate your balls in my mouth while Master Chief quad chops loads of semen in my face. I mean,
Cablevision.
You compare Saturday nights, there's no comparison.
But Matt works.
That's right, Jeff. There's no comparison between your Saturday night and Morgan's. Radio Underground, we are back. We were just talking about sports.
Sports!
I don't really care about sports anymore. Not the way but I didn't have a healthy relationship with sports. I would actually let it bother me for days.
Well, because we're cursed with the Lions and stuff.
Yeah, we would... Remember when Rodney Pete was terrible? You guys were talking about, athletes that were, great, horrible here, but, went on to good things elsewhere.
Yeah.
Rodney Pete was on Wild and Crazy Kids.
He was.
That was
I remember
the
that.
best thing I ever did.
Rodney Pete played for the Eagles and beat the shit out of the Lions in a playoffs game.
Yep, I remember that.
And I was so distraught that, I thought I was going to have an aneurysm.
Yep, aneurysms.
It was so I don't know. I can't make myself care about sports that much. It just slowly
when you
just
get
went
older,
away.
You care less. I've talked to even my family about this, and
Yeah.
it's also the other thing too is even 5 years ago, I could tell you every single player and every single NHL team, and I just you get busier as you get older, you get problems in life where you just can't keep up with that shit anymore.
I know most of the players on the Red Wings currently, but if you ask me to name somebody who wasn't consistently on the roster, they called somebody up. I don't know that person. I know nobody. I know a couple Maple Leafs, and that's about it.
I have no desire.
You hear that, Phil? Maple Leafs.
I only know them because a couple of their guys like Nylander and Austin Matthews were bitches and sat out and waited till they got new contracts, and they were bitches about it because of the Maple Leafs. And Babcock's never going to win you a Stanley Cup ever.
I like Babcock.
He's not going to win them a Stanley Cup.
No, but I don't know. I like the guy. I think he's funny.
I actually like him too. I
like his personality.
I didn't like the way everything went down, and he kind of sold himself out to
Can
leave.
we make a hypothetical bet like he was talking about the Rodney Pete thing?
Yeah.
Is that if Stafford ever plays in another team, he will destroy the Lions.
I can agree with that.
Matthew Stafford would go to a team at 37 years old, and he would Kurt Warner his way to a Super Bowl.
I was going to say it would Joe Montana, Kansas City Chiefs his way to the
I don't
edge
even
of the
care
playoffs.
about a Super Bowl. I'm just saying when
he
he's
would
on another team and he plays the Lions, he will destroy them.
Matthew Stafford will
568 yards.
He will win a Super Bowl. Not here.
If he leaves,
not here.
Yeah, I know there's people that are always down on Stafford. I think for what he's had with him, he's done a spectacular job.
He has.
I'm not a big football guy, but people don't like the ho-hum attitude, it sounds like, where it's there's no... You see Aaron Rodgers, literally calling people a motherfucker, on the, just yelling at people and fire.
There's got to be some middle ground where you can be like that but not be a fucking dick like Aaron Rodgers.
I just feel like you see Stafford just doing this emoji a lot.
You kind of do, yeah.
Well, maybe he's rich. Why does he...
Yeah, maybe it's because he knows that he doesn't have shit around him.
That's a good point, though. We talked about this before, with some friends. Do you think money, the way these guys get paid, kills a lot of that drive to really...
I think for certain people.
For a lot of people. Well, for especially the type of guy that... Because there were people like Barry Sanders, for example, even though he did really great, he goes, I liked football. I never loved it. It wasn't like an ambition where he wanted to be the greatest football player ever. He had no desire to be the greatest.
He just liked football.
He was good at it, and he enjoyed it. That was it.
Be better for the viewer and the fans if contracts were lower pay and more incentive based.
Probably, but you won't ever get a player.
But he would have done well with an incentive based because Barry Sanders got a lot of yards.
No, I'm strictly just talking hypothetical.
It probably would be
because I'm thinking about just any of us at our jobs. If all of a sudden I found out I'm making double what I make and I'm pretty safe because I'm on a contract. Not really football because, they can cut guys, but, any other sport, really.
They can, yeah.
Especially someone like Cabrera, you can shit on that dude all you want. He still fucking tries, and he's already won one. Everyone always forgets about that.
Yeah.
He won one when he was first or second year.
It's been 16 years, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's another team they blew up. Like, you guys won a World Series, congrats. We're blowing the team up.
Yeah.
We're not paying you guys
I just
money.
think about that all the time. It's like he said, why does he care? But there are guys that care. But it's I'm assuming once you get to a level of comfort, your care for the thing that made you the money drops a lot.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, Aaron Rodgers. He's now. I think he finally passed during the offseason. They gave him. He's now the highest paid player in the NFL.
Yeah.
But you still see the drive with him. I still think Stafford's competitive, but there's certain times where he's just I think a lot of times he's very competitive.
It might just be the we say the curse.
He's more level-headed than a Rodgers. Rodgers is just mean.
Well, some people are super competitive. I'm this way. I'm really competitive. But if I know that if I let myself go there, I won't be. I'll be irrational, and I know that I'm irrational, so I don't go there. He might be that way. He's just you know what, dude?
Yeah, he doesn't want to blow up.
I'm not going to blow up
the
my
wrong
people
way
because I care way too much, and I'll sound like a fucking lunatic. And he doesn't want to be an Aaron Rodgers. Fuck you, yeah, you getting.
I've never liked that guy, but
I've never had $30 million dumped into my pocket either, so I don't know what that makes your mind do.
It definitely who's the quarterback for the Raiders? Derek Carr, because he was the highest paid player in the NFL for about 4 seconds, and then somebody else came along and beat him. But he was up until Stafford. I think Stafford's one ended up beating him out. But ever since they gave him that contract, he's been hurt too. He's been shit. So
isn't that weird though? How it's mostly quarterback salaries, but it's you don't get paid for what you're worth. You get paid based on what the last asshole signed.
Exactly.
That's weird, right? That's really weird.
I think it is.
And it's fairly new in the last 10, 15 years.
Everybody wants to be the highest paid, yeah, but now they can demand it and get it.
Yeah, it's...
I just don't understand
the first guy to really obsess over money was in a horrible way was Gary Sheffield. He's I don't know if I can play for this peddly $100 million.
Yeah,
he goes, I'm going to have to implement Operation. He called it Operation Shutdown.
Yeah.
Because he felt he was worth more than he was getting paid, so he wasn't. You know what? I'm not. And even some of his teammates and pundits were well, sign year to year. If you always want to be the highest paid guy or sign year to year. You can't have the safety of a contract.
If that means more to a guy than other stuff, then he's probably not a good team guy. We can talk.
He was never a good.
We can talk a lot of shit about Tom Brady. That dude doesn't really care about being the high.
No, as I was going to bring up, he's not. He's arguably the best quarterback ever. Maybe statistic wise, he's still not, but he's 160.
If you just want to go out championships, let's just do that.
But he's middle of the road when it comes to quarterback salaries,
and he's okay with that because he wants to.
Because they're building a team around him,
and also, really, what's the difference between $15 million and $25 million?
He's got
hundreds of millions
back end money. So when his contract at the end of his contract, all of a sudden he gets a bunch of that back money.
We can make fun of Brady and having his stupid hat and Giselle dressing him up like a asshole, but he's a pretty good team guy.
Well, you brought me to my next point because, as you know, Michigan State lost earlier.
Oh God!
But you know who didn't lose?
Oh man,
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan had a great win over Notre Dame.
I don't think it's over yet. They were up 38-7 last time I checked.
But I mean that's over. Go on to Tom Brady though. Also with Tom Brady,
he played at Michigan though,
and his he did go to Michigan. With his contract,
beautiful man.
Oh no, it's 45-7.
Look at
I don't know. They might come back on him.
Well, I mean, Illinois did for a minute. 20.
Illinois beat Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's
lost 2 in a row.
Wisconsin just got rolled by Ohio State.
So bad. Anyways, Michigan, yes.
But as far as Tom Brady goes, though, I don't really see him in all these commercials like Aaron Rodgers and Matt Stafford has the Ford commercials. So
I think that's more local though. It's local Metro Detroit Ford dealers. Though.
You still want to talk contracts, right? But Aaron Rodgers,
you still want to talk into the mic.
Talking to the mic.
Aaron Rodgers easily with his what is it? Allstate
State
or State
Farm.
Discount double check.
Discount double
with
check.
that alone, plus his contract, I would easily say that him and Patrick Mahomes coming on along with that road are probably going to be one of the highest paid, because think about the other contracts that these quarterbacks are getting.
Yeah.
Whether it be shoe deals, State Farm, Aaron Rodgers, I would say is probably honestly the highest paid.
Overall, he probably is. Oh no, he is in the NFL now too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this past
because
offseason.
I thought Matt Stafford was actually the highest paid.
He was
quarterback.
But then they extended somebody else and put them ahead of Stafford, and now Aaron Rodgers is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then plus all his State Farm deals. I mean, that guy is making like loads of money.
For how big of a celebrity he is, and being, like we said, arguably
he was also in Game of Thrones too.
Like Tom Brady kind of just likes to live a low key life of he doesn't really like to be out there doing commercials.
Him and his wife go out and do stuff. You'll see him in public sometimes, but it's all about the kids.
It really feels like he's being dragged along to fashion shows and shit, that he'd rather just be at home.
Well, he married a model,
and she's dressing him in those stupid clothes.
And you see that headline on Deadspin's like, check out Tom Brady in his stupid fucking hat, and
Yeah.
he's wearing that same hat that Pharrell had.
Yeah, the Pharrell hat. Yeah,
and that's the thing. He almost has he's so rich and clueless that he doesn't know what jaded. He doesn't know what to do. He's like, well, I guess I'll just start wearing this hat because I'm rich and I'm bored.
It's probably because his wife said,
"Yeah,
it looks
I guess
good
I'll
on
start
you."
wearing this hat and see what happens."
He doesn't want to be on his designer couch.
He's honestly, he's very content. I mean, I feel like he is so humble, and he feels very blessed about the opportunity that he received, being the underdog that he was. He had to pack on all that weight, which they eventually.
Well, they showed his NFL Combine,
that
his
was
numbers
terrible.
that we could beat.
He wasn't.
It was bad.
I don't know if I could beat it, but yeah, I know what you mean.
You could definitely beat
They're
it.
very normal, is what. Yeah,
but there's something to be said for the star player and the coach not getting along. That dynamic might drive the both of them to work harder to make that team the success it is.
Well,
apparently, for what I've heard, they don't like each other.
Well,
but if you're winning,
and Tom Brady,
Tom
they get
Brady
into
is
it
a
all
great
the
quarterback,
time.
not because of his body. Obviously, we talked about it's his brain. So, what are two
That
alpha
Michigan
male
brain
geniuses going to do when they're going to argue and fight about
brain
how
geniuses
this
sounds like the dumbest term I've ever heard. Some brain geniuses.
Yeah, genius brained
rocket surgeons.
Rocket surgeons.
Not to go away from their contracts, but
Brady has a
honestly,
Michigan brain.
This is probably the 12th time I got mixed up for Aaron Rodgers. Multiple times being called, being said that I look like Aaron Rodgers. I had a random girl come up to me and say, "You look way better." And I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, you look a lot like Aaron Rodgers. I'm like,
really?
Yeah. I mean,
you both have beards.
Yeah. I mean, we both have beards, but I'm thinking,
you're both white.
Should I honestly start wearing Green Bay shit?
No.
And,
you should
just
not do that.
Walking around with Aaron Rodgers jerseys?
Nope.
I mean,
do not do that.
Drinks in Florida?
Do not do that.
Okay.
The other side of the state used to be Green Bay fans.
There's a lot of Green Bay fans.
The UP.
Well, I was just there.
He's right though. Some of the West side.
Grand Rapids was like a decade ago. It was all a lot more Green Bay fans than I was just out there the exact day they were playing the Monday Night Football game in Grand Rapids. We were out that way, and it didn't really seem like that way anymore. There was a lot more Lions fans.
I don't see why it's only 2.5 hours. It's not like it's right at the brim of
you can
the fucking
adopt a team that's good.
Yeah,
that's close.
I feel like the Lions, even competing with Kansas City, which in my opinion is probably one of the best teams in the NFL right now.
They've lost 2 games since then.
They have, but honestly, with the Lions competing with them guys, and they truly did blow that game. They should have won that game. I feel like the Lions are actually doing quite well this season compared to what we have experienced in the past years against the teams that they have played.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't care. I don't watch them. I'll check the stats afterwards, but
as a non-fan, I feel like I've seen this movie every year of my life for the last 25, 30 years.
I still love the Lions. I'll still check on them, but I'm not spending 3 hours.
Where the season always starts off the same. The fans are super stoked. This is the year.
Yep.
And the players this is the year. And then it starts off how it does. Either they win games, they lose games, whatever. We're at 6 games in now?
Yes.
And you're starting to see the fans the tide's turning with the fans, where they're getting,
Yeah.
oh, I'm done with this team, and you're starting to see the players like verbally like lashing out and
Verbally.
brain geniuses.
trying
Like
to
probably.
not-
So
I'm
you're
trying
making
not
fun
to-
of what I say, Jay?
trying not to burp it in the microphone, but it's coming. It's coming.
But they're all pissed off now because they traded Diggs.
Yeah.
So
you're
it's
getting the disgruntled team and the angry fans that I feel like, this train's never late. I feel like this happens every year. About
No, you're right.
Mid-season.
that's
one
why I
thing-
gave up. I'll at the end of the game I'll see what happened. I'll go on Facebook, but I'm not watching the games anymore.
When we were a top 10 market, we couldn't win. Now that we're top 15, like as far as population, we're never gonna win shit.
Being ambivalent for me is fun though, because like if they do really, really bad, it's funny to me, so I'm entertained. And if they do really, really good, my friends, my family are happy and cool. Like obviously, every year, if you said what football team do you want to win this year, I'd be like, well, the Lions. Like obviously, it's like my hometown. But if they do really bad, it's pretty fucking funny. Usually,
it makes for good comedy.
The
really
one
funny.
thing that's pissing me off is about the NFL now are these ties. I mean,
I hate ties.
What the hell is up with ties?
I'll tell you
after- What is it? A possession on each team, one overtime, and you'll go to a tie if it's even.
Or 10 minutes. It's only
Okay.
Yeah.
You should have a field goal kicking contest like out in the NHL.
Well, I mean, we would win that because honestly, we do have a great field goal kicker. Long as he is drinking, we are great because he came from a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah, Prater
team,
needs to drink.
which is my team, the
Yeah.
Broncos, which they're not doing shit right now. But
They're
we have a
trading
great
people away.
alcoholic field goal kicker. So
But
if
he
it was
stopped.
well, no. See, now he could kick very long field goals if he's on the bottle, but if he's not on the bottle, he's not making 20 yards.
Yeah.
So I think that because all the points that he's actually scored for the Lions, which I think you guys all witnessed or viewed as far as the statistics and our points, he's back on the bottle, doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And I praise him
He's doing
for
what
it.
it takes.
He is doing what it takes.
I want to kick a Licious jersey.
Yeah.
Remember they were trying that guy out? Yeah. I remember that.
The rugby
Norwegian,
kicker?
He was Norwegian.
He's a Norwegian soccer player.
Okay,
Yeah.
I thought he was a rugby.
There was a
player
rugby
for
guy they
moment.
signed as a running back.
He was kicking footballs into grocery carts and shit.
Yep.
And he would have been. And he actually played a preseason game, which I totally forgot about. Till my
Yeah, he
friend
did.
reminded me.
Yep.
I remember he tried out, but he actually played a preseason game and he did good.
He
said
did.
He did good, fine, like just fine.
And I thought somebody would pick him up, and no one.
Yeah, he did really good in the. And I don't know why they didn't believe in him or whatever, but
They were paying him such shit too. Like,
yeah,
weren't they paying him like the worst contract ever?
Oh, I have
What,
no
I
idea.
mean, he only got a training camp contract, so he's probably making like
Would he have been the first Norwegian player in the NFL?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's
I don't get why if you base off of his highlight videos, I'm like, I don't see why he wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah.
But I
mean,
think they're just, I don't know.
I thought it was funny one year where the Lions had to kick a field goal and something happened where and they
Sue.
had to bring Sue in to kick.
Sue kicked it.
Like, what was the?
I
reason
don't
for that?
remember what, because who was our kicker? It was before Prater. Was it like Hanson's last season? Or,
Hansen was the last field goal kicker we had before Prater. So
I thought we had somebody for a short
And they
period in
brought
between.
Sue in to kick because he played soccer.
He played soccer.
And
Yeah,
that's all it takes to kick a field goal.
I mean they had Chad Ochocinco kick one time,
oh god.
but
I forgot about. Oh man, I used to love
He
that
is
T
8'5".
Ocho show.
Yeah.
where it was Terrell Owens and Ocho Cinco just fucking hanging out.
yep,
That show
That was
was
good
so
stuff.
good. Ocho Cinco didn't know that birds came from eggs. And I remember he was amazed that eggs hatch and birds come out. I was like, no way. Like,
For
Takes
some
a
reason,
lot
I'm not
of-
surprised that he didn't have a grand IQ. Ocho, he changed his name
what
to
was
Chad
that shit?
Ocho.
For a
Very
minute
high
where
IQ
Tyson
to
was
make all the
popping
millions.
pigeons. Remember that?
he's been
show?
doing that for years though.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
A&E was like Tyson just out in Brooklyn, like on
Yeah.
rooftops. Just
That-
popping-
He's
that
been
was
raising
his
pigeons for a
documentary,
long time, though.
Tyson. I watched that. I actually really liked that.
Yeah.
It brought a lot of peace to his life and balance.
He's a
that
fascinating human
he's-
being.
Yeah,
He's a pigeon racer.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. Pigeon racing in New York.
Yeah,
At that
he's
point.
fascinating. Like his life story, and he's still young. He's still pretty young.
Yeah.
I think he's just now 50 years old.
Yeah, just turned 50.
That's crazy. Think about that because We've been watching Mike. We watched Mike Tyson fighting 30 years ago.
Yeah, he won the championship. I think it was 19 or 20.
We talked about that Buster Douglas fight last time I was here 2 weeks ago, and then he lost like 5 years of his life to prison,
I think so.
something like that.
Yeah, it was a few years.
Yeah.
And he came out and fought the dangerous Peter McNeely.
And that dude did
man.
Pizza Hut or Domino's commercials where he was slamming the pizza into his face and knocking himself out with the pizza. Remember that?
I forgot about that.
McNeil talked a huge game on that too.
Yeah.
They all tried because they're trying to sell the fight, but
He was fed fighters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there was never any competition.
the one me and Mike always brought up was like he's gonna be fighting the dangerous Bruce Seldon, and he just destroyed Bruce Seldon, and he hit him with a shot that like grazed the top of his head.
Yeah, the knockout
and Seldon's
nerve.
like, and just dropped, and like grazed. It was like,
You know
And he's like, he must have hit some knockout nerve in my head or something.
You know what's kind of fucking forgotten about that's super crazy when you think about it now is that asshole that parachuted into the boxing match.
The guy's ass kicked.
Yeah, do you remember that?
The Riddick Bowe fight.
Yeah,
Was that
Yep.
was
Riddick Bowe and
Holyfield,
Holyfield, I think.
I think it was right. Yeah,
Yeah, and then people started beating him up.
But how insane is that someone actually thought that was like a good, like a funny idea to like, I'm just gonna parachute.
I think it's a funny idea.
It is, but like that never gets talked about anymore. That's
No, they don't bring it
insane.
up.
That's
He got the
insane.
fuck beat out of him.
So bad. Or the one,
He deserved it. At
the
that
one
point.
clip you always used to see
You're
was
costing people millions and millions of
Yeah.
dollars by impacting a fight.
Do you remember like the old sports clips we used to see before everything was on the internet? We used to have to watch like clip shows on regular TV.
Yeah.
What did we do before the internet? In
But
general?
the one where the one mom got so upset her son was losing, so she got in the ring, and started hitting the other guy with a shoe.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that's like one of the oldest clips ever.
Yeah, the old clips one, God, they had all the old. Like,
She's like, no. This black lady got in the ring and started hitting the other fighter with her shoe.
yeah, or the guy that went to catch the fly ball and then he went through the wall. That famous.
Oh
one.
yeah, you always see that shit. You used to always see that.
Or Rudy Tomjanovich getting his skull misaligned by Kermit Washington
Yeah, oh,
punching
God.
him. You know, like those old clips. Yeah.
I forgot about that too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I had a VHS video called "Sports Ridiculous Moments" or something, and it had like shitty music overlaid over everything. It was like
Yeah, because they couldn't use the original talking. They had to put music over it
Yeah.
so they copyright and stuff. They always
So
do
it was
that
like
shit.
a guy like us, but again, it was similar to the UFC, the UFO conspiracy stuff overmodulated. So like, so this guy's really cool. Like,
Yeah, there was some guy
eating the shit out of their mics and it's overmodulating and it sounds like hell.
everything sounds like the fucking true TV stuff, like the world's craziest criminals. Or
Oh god, we used to
Yeah,
watch that
all
stuff all the time.
That
too,
is still
Public
amazing.
access. All right, welcome to public access. Everything's
though. Who was the sheriff that was always on the world's most dangerous police chases and stuff? Remember that guy, the white hair guy? He's like,
main guy, he had the gray hair, spiky.
C.W. Jensen.
no, not C.W. Jensen, the guy who actually hosted it.
He's on PD Live. now.
I had to look him up, but he's like,
And
he's
death
like,
is off in the result.
death, yeah.
He always did the death.
yeah,
We talked about this a lot. I love the True TV stuff because they have Frank Stallone, who it's always about the Russians.
it's always about the Russians.
Always about the Russians.
God.
Whatever happened to Jesse Ventura? Remember we all used to watch that conspiracy theory? Did the government truly come down on him?
No, it just
No.
sucked.
Okay.
It was a terrible show.
I mean, I really liked that show.
Or
it
was
may
it?
have been terrible, but
Vietnam never happened.
I mean,
Vietnam never happened.
What's that situation with him and that Chris Kyle, the American Sniper dude? Like,
Chris Kyle ruined my life.
yeah, like what is the story about that?
Don't
like,
know.
He says that like Chris Kyle didn't have all the kills that he says he had as a sniper.
Well, even if he did, if he had him or not, they're never going to confirm it. That's not something the government's going to do. Like, no,
Yeah.
this guy has the record. They don't care about the
Spec
record.
Ops, yeah.
Yeah. There's no way to prove it.
Because I didn't really know much of that story. I saw the movie in the theater, really good movie.
Yeah.
And then I remember
Great
after in the wake of that movie, Ventura could not shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah,
I truly believe that Chris Kyle probably did have all those kills. I mean, he was just a good old American, sniper. Loved his country. I mean, he
That's a good
was
title.
dedicated to that.
American Sniper.
I truly.
That was almost Chris Pratt in that movie.
That probably would have sucked. Actually, I love Chris Pratt. I just don't think he would work in that role.
Chris Kyle never
I
existed.
think Bradley Cooper actually worked really
Cooper
well.
got super juiced out in that movie.
Super juiced out.
Did you see how much he was deadlifting with the small bar there? What's that bar called?
Trap bar.
So, did you see how much weight he had on that? Doing it with ease.
I never know
reps?
if that's real, though, for a movie. I mean, it could just be prop weights, too.
I believe that
He had to get some kind of
was
shape.
doing that.
Olympic weights never happened. It's not real. It's fake.
My
Fake
favorite thing that
weights,
Ventura's
Brad
ever done is Running
Castleberry.
Yeah, because it's fantastic.
Man. Ventura and the Running Man is great.
Well, Ventura and Predator is great too.
Yeah.
But his
Yeah.
character Running Man's funnier because he's like, I'm not going to wear this shit.
Yeah.
With, like aluminum foil, like
Him with the suit coat and the turtleneck and the fake hair, and he's doing like the broadcasting.
He tried to inspire me to not own a smartphone. That didn't work.
It didn't work.
I don't own a smartphone. In fact, I don't go outside. And I live in Mexico.
I just remember on his conspiracy show, he's like, I'm at Area 51. If I step over this line, they can shoot me. And he like steps over and he's like waiting. It was like, and it wasn't even like a real line. They like put like a paint stirring stick in the ground and wrapped a line around it and ran it. Like one of his camera guys just set it up like, that's the line you can't go over. And he stepped over it, like expecting the Area 51 guys to shoot at him. Like, you're so full of shit.
I like how him and Alex Jones had a falling out over who's more of a full of shit person.
They're both.
You're full of shit, Alex.
What do you say about a lion? I was in Alaska one time where me and my dad are walking through the fucking like woods, and all of a sudden, like you walk like maybe 50 feet in, and then there's a sign: "You are now entering bear country."
That one line is where Bread Country starts.
The bear won't go past.
They
the
ain't
sign.
gonna go here. They know their limits.
Speaking about Alex Jones, I have a guy who comes into work quite often for overtime from my B shift.
Is he loves frog.
No. He loves Alex Jones, right? He takes all the supplements that Alex Jones.
The bone broth.
He does do the bone
The
broth.
colloidal silver.
He does brain fuel shit or whatnot. But this guy is 1,000% conspiracy theorist. He was a felon. He did a lot of prison time and
On bullshit, trumped up charges.
No, he loves Trump. Loves Trump.
No, not Trump.
Oh,
Manufactured charges.
Manufactured
Yes.
charges.
He explained everything to me and all this shit about the government, and I was like, wow, man. And finally, I had to tell him. I was like, Mike. I was like,
whoa, his name was Mike?
yeah, his name was Mike. Crazy Mike. That's what we call him. Crazy Mike.
That's what we call you.
I feel like you're talking about me right now.
He's honestly is fucked up. He like spits in your face when
What does he think about what does he think about Steve Kerr?
He honestly probably fucking hates Steve Kerr, but he loves Alex Jones. And I mean, he was going on about this rant one day about how we got to fucking put this tin foil on our head because people are fucking getting these.
Oh, he's
signals.
a literal tinfoil person.
Oh
Yeah.
man, it's bad. And
He's got me beat.
He's probably 52 to 55, and he is a crazy Greek fucking motherfucker. It's the nuttiest shit you would ever
He doesn't like the government.
No, he
As
is
a
a diehard Alex Jones fan. I like Alex Jones, but not like that. I'm not going to take his fucking supplements.
Well,
and think
because
that my
the
brain's gonna
government,
improve.
I've heard a wise man once said, the government totally sucks, you motherfuckers. But the Alex Jones thing that Ben posted earlier, it's like Alex Jones fans and non-Alex Jones fans, and they all still like to make fun of him.
I'm an Alex Jones fan.
And
I love Alex Jones.
And you make fun.
But I know that it's a character that's being played for my entertainment. I know that he's not a real guy that actually believes that shit.
Well,
That's the thing. If you, it's like pro wrestling. If you see behind the veil, you can appreciate the art of it. But if you're someone that like actually takes it like at face value, you're either going to go nuts or just like, this guy's full of shit. I'm like, yeah, he's full of shit. But it's fun.
Yeah.
It's like, have fun.
It's a bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's because he admitted in court that he's a character. He's how he didn't go to jail.
Scanner Darkly. Also.
That's right, yeah.
This guy,
He's also Bill Hicks.
This guy that I'm actually
Oh my
talking
God, he
about,
doesn't-
who I work with, truly believes that Rush Limbaugh is God as well. And I told him that I've had a lot of Rush Limbaugh experiences with, our trips to Kentucky. So, I mean, I can only take so much.
Yeah. The excellence in broadcasting.
Does that guy still want to talk shit about everybody doing drugs and then have an Oxycontin addiction? That was my favorite. It's like
Rush, yeah.
Yeah, like
He's addicted to a painkiller, so it's a difference.
Yeah.
okay, guy. Okay.
Speaking of Rush Limbaugh, this has nothing to do with Rush Limbaugh.
I lost 100 pounds because of my opioid addiction.
So, you ever heard of
No,
a guy named Jeff Bezos? You ever heard of that guy?
I've heard of him once.
I think he owns Amazon.
Yeah.
What?
You know he's no longer the richest man in the world
How?
because he
Who is
lost a bunch of.
Gash Nirnahad, the guy that they...
No, some man named William Gates is now the richest man in the world.
Oh, I've heard of him.
But
Because the Xbox One X...
well, no, Bezos
The divorce.
he got divorced.
Yeah.
So he lost $30 million there because he had to give her 25% of his stock.
30
Okay.
billion.
She can't
30
live,
billion, yeah.
She can't live off no measly 25%.
So, well, she now all of a sudden, yeah, she went from being his wife to being one of the top billionaires in the world too. So
God.
he gave away
Give me
25% of his
$1
stock, and the rest of his money's tied up in Amazon stock, and it's kind of dropped off this year, like 3%. So he's lost some money. Bill Gates has not lost money. In fact, Bill Gates gives away like a quarter of his money every year.
Did you ever
So
see the pictures of Jeff Bezos, like the transition from being a book nerd to trying to look like Vin Diesel?
yeah,
That shit's so fucking
the
funny.
problem is that he's
didn't
like
see that yet.
6 inches shorter and like 100 pounds.
Oh, speaking of Vin Diesel, I just heard on the radio, I don't know if this is true, that they're adding both Cardi B and Keanu Reeves.
They've been trying to add Keanu for a while.
Fast and the Furious franchise.
They've been trying to add Keanu
so
for
they're
a
just
while.
making this just as ridiculous as possible, now, right?
But
Just adding-
there's been rumors about Keanu, like they're going to enter the Marvel universe. They're going to enter the Fast and Furious franchise. They're going to.
And
I
Bill and
truly
Ted
think
3's a go,
You
right?
can work...
That comes out next
You can
August.
work Keanu into
Yeah.
anything.
They finished filming.
I truly think Keanu Reeves would match that. I mean,
I don't know how he could do it.
well,
with the time.
okay, look at this. Look at the John Wick scenes that he did with vehicles. I mean, it was badass. I mean, it's typical Fast and Furious shit.
It is, but it's more serious.
I can't get into those movies, and I feel bad. I feel like I'm missing something.
John Wick?
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Everyone loves them, and I feel like I'm not getting it. I don't.
Because
John
it's not
Wick's
like
a badass.
if you watch like a Fast and Furious movie, Vin Diesel gets into fights and
Yep.
races cars. He gets into fights and he might get hit
you
once.
know me. I love action movies. Like I'm just when I watched the John Wick, I saw them not like late either. I saw the first John Wick maybe a year after it came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was good. And then the second one, people were like, it's amazing. I was like, I'm missing something here. I'm not getting it.
It's not everybody's thing. It makes sense. The third one was good, but man, it's getting a little bit. It's like, how are they going to keep on evolving this and not and be able to take it seriously? Because
He's another guy that gets shit on, and I have no idea why.
we've talked about
Yeah,
that before.
No idea why.
Keanu's the best.
Yeah.
I've always loved Keanu Reeves. I can't think of anything.
I can think of 50 actors that are at his level or around his level, bigger, smaller, that are way worse than he is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, is he a little dry? And the biggest argument to The Matrix, he's supposed to be kind of like
robotic.
dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting warped into this world and my reality's changing.
Okay, well,
he's supposed to be.
Keanu is a great human. That's why I like him.
Yeah.
And I want him to make as much money. But as a pure actor, nah.
Yeah.
But I can't think of one of his
he's
movies.
like okay. He's not the worst, but he's
kinda-
okay.
he-
No,
kinda-
and I guess I'm not basing it just on his performance. I'm basing it on the movie
but
overall.
I love him.
I don't know if I've ever seen a movie that I hated that he was in.
In the movies,
yeah.
in the movies that he's in that I would probably not like, I'm not going to like.
I'm not
going
gonna
to
watch him.
Like,
Yeah.
him and Sandra
I watch that
I'm
with my
not gonna
wife.
Watch it anyways.
Well, they actually kind of had more of a sci-fi thing at the end, though.
oh really?
Well, he gets
Yeah.
shit on for like the
Some time travel.
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
That
movie's not bad.
Yeah. No,
I like the
no,
movie.
Not
Yeah,
at all.
there's boobs
I
in
love
it.
Like,
I loved it because there was tits
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
and blood.
He gets his nipples licked.
He's like, my favorite movie's just one of the guys.
No, that honestly is. I gotta
the
tell you a
tits in
story.
that movie were actually phenomenal too.
Just One of the Guys is one of my favorite movies because of that, but also I think it's a good movie, good '80s movie.
Yeah.
But the part where she flashes her tits and he's like, "Where do you get off having tits?" is one of my
Is that the
favorite.
line?
Yeah.
Is that the line?
Yeah, that's what he says to her.
Okay, I can remember.
So my wife's second cousins. This is gonna be like one second cousin's
Sounds like
landlords.
Spaceballs, like your father's mother's
her
cousin.
second cousin, his stepdad
has tits.
was
I do.
so basically the girl from just one of the guys is his stepsister,
Okay.
my wife's cousin, second cousins. And I'm like, and I was talking about that movie. He's like, yeah, my stepsister was in there. I'm like, what?
Yeah, she pulled her tits out.
I'm like, but I didn't want to say to him. I'm like, that's one of the best tit scenes I've ever seen in my life about his stepsister.
That is an amazing set of natural tits.
Yep,
Yeah.
Joyce
Oh, yeah.
Heiser.
That was, like, I mean, they're not too big. They're not too.
That's a glaring endorsement.
But they had like that Coney aspect, but it's still
Like
looked good.
Coney
like
2012.
a cone. I know what you meant, but
No, like
I know what you
Coney,
meant.
like the gorilla.
Well, that's perky, Aaron. We call that perky here in America.
perky.
So she
Well, for some reason, when you said Coney, I instantly thought national.
And
Well,
I
I
think
mean,
of the
I knew what you meant, though.
so like
it was
on
the African
striptease,
warfare.
right?
The Warlord.
Yeah, the warlord.
On striptease. That bitch had some Coney ass fucking tits. I mean,
Who, Demi Moore?
Demi Moore?
Not
the main lady, but one of the side ladies?
No.
Cardi B's playing a stripper in the movie,
Showgirls.
right?
Showgirls. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
the girl that
Elizabeth
Jesse Spano.
Hurley.
She had some Coney boobies, but she was gorgeous.
I like she gave
Gorgeous.
Kyle McLaughlin a lap dance, so they gave her like,
That was such a bad movie, though.
that's
Showgirls?
movie so.
I don't know. I like
supposed to be
Showgirls.
intentionally kind of bad.
No,
The point was to be kind of.
it's supposed to be like risque, but supposed to have something real good going on. But it's from the guy who wrote Basic Instinct, so everybody's like, "Oh yeah, this would be great." Which
Showgirls
Basic
was
Instinct wasn't great,
amazing.
so I don't know why people thought that.
That was some of my first times of actually masturbating in my life.
Good story.
You discovered the
story.
I remember reading
Wacula.
an interview with Paul Rudd, and he's talking about filming Ant-Man, and Michael Douglas is in that, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yes.
But he,
Ant-Man's amazing.
I guess
Dim.
at one scene where
Dim.
him and Michael Douglas are together, Paul Rudd kept like closing and unclosing his legs to be funny, and Michael was like, "What's wrong with you? Are you a fucking pervert?" And like yelled at him, and Paul Rudd's like, "Oh, I was just trying to be funny about Basic Instinct," and like Michael Douglas like, was not having it at all.
Yeah, he played. Yeah, he's in those movies, both the Ant-Man movies. And no, he's not in Endgame. Never mind.
Never saw it, man. Don't really care.
You should. Those are actually. If you
What
like
was
Ragnarok,
that actress that was blowing cameramen? That was in
Scarlett Johansson.
yeah. Oh,
That was
She's
wild.
like,
Yeah.
she's like sucking off. The funny thing
There's
is,
audio of it.
Scarlett. It was like an audio. It was like a regular guy. It was like if one of us got a job as a key grip guy or engine audio. She took a liking to this guy. I'm assuming he's good looking because it's Scarlett Johansson. But she was like sucking this guy off, and for some reason the guy recorded it, or somebody recorded it, and she's like, "Oh yeah, come." And
Yeah.
she's just like totally blowing a
they
guy.
used to play on Drew and Mike all the time too. Remember?
Yeah,
That's
Drew and Mike were the ones that how it played.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, we think of now like when there's supposedly no censorship on the internet. Like I wouldn't play it here because it's perverted and it's a woman. But like Drew and Mike would play that audio over and over. Her blowing some guy.
Yeah.
Isn't she married to Colin Jost
man.
from SNL?
They're engaged now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come.
He spent like $200,000 on a
I
wedding.
honestly, I
engagement
wish that guy was me.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Is
who
that
doesn't,
like
Aaron?
She's in a movie.
Yeah,
I
I
want to see
kind of
now.
want ScarJo to blow me. It would be a nice thing.
I might actually pay her. Like she is like a top notch.
Or
How
Talking
much?
about
How much would you pay her? Because
Well, I
she's-
mean, I'd pay her a couple grand, but I mean, she'd probably still do it.
I don't think she needs it. I don't think she
Well,
needs
no,
money.
she doesn't need
I
it.
need,
but
you just
I mean,
need to be the key grip guy in the next movie.
like,
all you gotta do.
listen, I'm gonna get you that right audio on this next movie. If you go ahead and suck on my wang,
I'll make the gain and get a good Zune record. Just a suck.
like ASMR stuff.
You know that movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
he falls in love with his phone, essentially.
Yeah,
Like
there's
that was some other chick that did the voice for that whole movie, and then at the end they're like, "Yeah, let's just bring in Scarlett Johansson."
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they like used like it was supposed to be. It was some other girl that did all the movie, and then they just brought her in and just redid all the voice with her.
do you think Scarlett
Works.
Johansson actually gives really good blowjobs? Though I mean, she
I think,
seems
yeah,
like that
probably.
kind of
Based
girl.
on the audio, yes.
I mean, I bet you she would suck the hell out of a dick.
It wouldn't have to be that great. I would just know that it's her, and it would work.
She's
It would
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. My
Sucking
fantasy right there, doggy style, was Scarlett Johansson. I wish she would listen to this and let me just
Oh, she's listening.
She's
Thong.
listening.
fuck you,
Scarlett
Scarlett
Johansson.
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson's going to listen to my 38th episode to this random guy that came in.
Well, at least she knows that she would be able
My
to get,
show of 100 listens per.
She would be able to get thong fucked
Hey,
at that point.
Our
That's
YouTube
like
channel had
fantasy
600
right
views this past week.
I remember the thing I want to talk about is that Bellator fight from last night. Did anybody watch that?
No,
With the
I
Frank
didn't
Mir one?
Well, that was the main event, but
Yeah.
Jake Hager, who was Jack Swagger. in
Oh yeah, what
WWE,
happened with him?
Oh, yeah.
He was like the first fight on there, and he's in AEW now.
Yes.
And he's been a pretty big presence on that show. We got to go wrestling.
for numbers, yeah.
That's fine. Go. Yeah.
So he's like in Chris Jericho's little stable now, but he's not allowed to wrestle because he had this fight coming up. They don't want to risk injury, but they've been booking him like their version of Brock. Well, he had this fight last night, and all the AEW guys that are in his stable were at the fight last night. The fight it had like a buzz, but he was fighting some big tubby dude that you just knew he was going to beat the shit out of him. Well, he kneed him in the dick twice, and it was a no contest. So I don't know if they're going to work it into like him being like a heel.
He's out of control. We can't control him.
Dude, he busted the dude's head open with a punch, and he was bleeding, and then he kneed the dude in the dick once, and then the ref kind of like brought him to the side, called it for a second, gave the dude a minute to breathe, get his dick back in order, and then not even 20 seconds later, he gets kneed in the fucking dick again, and that dude just hit the deck, held his crotch, but I was like, it was kind of like a soccer thing where he was like embellishing it a little bit, you could tell, where it's like he wanted a breather to fucking worry about his bloodied head and his cardio that sucks shit. So
No, he got kneed in the dick in a dirty, unprofessional way.
That's going to be his new move. He's going to
That's
do
why
to people
he's-
randomly on
Jack
AEW.
Swagger is a dirtbag.
I've honestly, I've been kneed in the dick
they wear
multiple
cups,
times
though, too.
and it
Yeah, even
doesn't
with
feel
cups,
good.
though, you feel it.
Yeah, with the cup. I mean,
Especially if they're kicking at you and they come up
I
and
took
under.
a hockey puck to the cup.
I mean,
when I was
Hager
playing
kneed this
hockey.
guy in the dick hard. Like, I mean, when they did this, I didn't notice it when it happened, but the replay of it, you were like, yeah, that's pretty bad. And then they had to debate whether it was on purpose or accidental to decide if it was going to be like a loss, or I guess like a loss due to it being on purpose.
Lose a point.
Yeah, or like if it was and they decided it was accidental, so like a no contest. But this fight they were hyping up on AEW, not on Bellator, because this was the opening fight of the card.
AEW.
Yeah, and so now I guess he can use that to his heel advantage in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, I need a guy in the dick, and it was no contest. I didn't lose. I'm the baddest man on the planet.
Well, he
You
said
gotta
that
take the title from me.
he said the one didn't even think it landed on the guy.
And then when they cut back from commercial, because it was on Paramount.
Yeah.
And then like Hager's sitting there in the ring, and like the mic catches. He's like talking to his corner man. He's like, "Can I just go in the back? What the fuck am I standing here for?" Like, it's true. Like, what am I standing here for? Just let me go in the back and just figure this bullshit out.
Roy Nelson retired.
Yeah.
Oh, Roy Nelson.
He got-
He
he
couldn't, country, baby.
He couldn't even beat Frank Mir anymore.
Yeah.
But
Frank Mir looks good, though.
well, him and Frank
I'm sure
Mir.
he's
Frank
clean.
Mir's pretty old now, but Roy has lost like a bunch of fights in a row, and
Frank Mir just got out of UFC like last year.
no, it was a few years
It was-
ago.
yeah.
It was 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, Roy just, I don't know, he was like my favorite fighter because he had my physique.
But he can knock people the fuck out.
And he can knock
Yeah.
people out, and he did really well for many years. But like, he's older than me. He's like older than I am, and I'm 41.
That
so
arm strength only goes so far.
yeah, you can't keep doing it forever. And
Even
Roy needs
Frank-
to retire because Frank Mir is also like maybe your age. He's like slightly younger, and he got beat by Mir, and it's time to retire, Roy.
Well, even Mir had trouble. He was only like a quarter pound under the limit. He barely made weight.
No, did he really?
Yeah. He was like, you had to be under 266. You had to be 265 and like 0.99. He was like 265 and 3/4. He
Well,
was
all
close.
those guys can just go to WWE now and make a career.
Well, he probably
Yeah.
could actually. He's kind of got a personality to him at least.
The whole company revolves around Brock, hence Cain, like we talked about, Cain Velasquez being there. So the fact that Frank
The guy
Mir
that
had
beat him.
Yeah, the fact that Frank Mir has a little bit of history with Brock, I would not at all be surprised if they
Well-
brought him in for just even like a 2-month
well,
angle.
at least Mir has a little bit of that. Like, I don't know where he's from.
But Frank can actually talk.
He's
on the
got some
mic.
charisma.
Yeah. Frank can talk shit, like legit. He can talk shit.
Well, you were surprised I was telling you that they're not letting Kane talk. They're pretending that he only speaks Spanish and having Mysterio be his guy.
Kane's from Arizona.
Yeah, he went to the University
Spanish
of Arizona.
is his second language.
Yeah.
He speaks English.
They actually
funny,
do
though.
really, really good at that. I always felt like my favorite UFC fighter of all times has always been Tito Ortiz, and I feel like he could have had a great wrestling career. Especially
they had him
with
on
his
TNA for a
acting.
while.
Yeah, he was in
Yeah.
Impact.
I just never liked that guy.
Like a really, really big wrestling career, though.
But he could have been a good because he has that natural "I'm a dick"
And he is
attitude.
actually
That
a
would work.
professional wrestler. I mean, he
I met him
wrestled his
before.
whole life.
Have you-
You met him?
Hello.
Yeah.
hey,
Hey.
You
how you feeling?
You've actually you've
How you
met
feeling?
Tito Ortiz?
Yeah.
How's your stomach?
Really? Can I marry you?
Well, I'll give you a funny story about that. So we were in Huntington Beach on a vacation, and we're sitting there walking around downtown Huntington Beach, and we walk by, and I'm like, that looks like fucking Tito Ortiz.
Yeah.
So we stop. Me and my buddy Steve, we're like, can we get a picture? And we handed it to the girl he was with. It was totally Jenna Jameson.
Okay.
Took the picture of us with him.
Duck face
She
herself.
was not a porn star, by the way.
Yeah.
But Tito was a nice guy. He had no problem taking a picture.
Oh, yeah.
And
I heard that he was actually really cool with his fans, so that's cool that you
that
actually...
fucking 30 for 30 of him. They did the 30 for 30 of the Chuck Liddell Tito Ortiz
Yeah.
rivalry, and it's so funny because like they do the talking heads now, and Dana White's like, let's just cut the shit. Chuck was always a better fighter, and Tito's a fucking dickhead.
Yeah. I mean, Tito Ortiz, I think, honestly, he got too wrapped up in the starlight or the fame of the whole thing because he had truly a lot of talent. I remember Tito Ortiz being my favorite fighter for the simple fact that I started watching him when he was doing bare knuckle MMA fights.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you remember it, but he was doing bare knuckle MMA fights and pounding dudes out bad.
There's also some crazy like the infancy of the like MMA days. Was Nate Diaz like 15 or 16 years? He was a kid fighting like a grown like jacked dude, like in a VFW hall with a mat, a literal mat, like just on the floor. And that's how shit was. Like these guys would just take fights and just do it. They would just like, all right, let's go. And like, and the guy he fought wasn't like a schlub. The guy like did some UFC fights and Bellator fights. He wasn't great, but it wasn't just some. So like they put a kid that was underage against like a 22, 23-year-old guy that was fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like MMA isn't going to have the like. That's the thing. It had a Wild West period.
Yeah.
Like people
Yeah.
just did it. Like I don't know if this wrestler can beat this karate guy. I don't know if this
karate guy.
Well,
this weird Brazilian fights. You know, they just let any type of thing and like horrible mismatches happened.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
the-
No weight classes.
Gracie wear the
we saw
gi or
all
whatever
the
too, right?
time.
Like with the
Yeah. And then the boxer with the one glove.
1993, dude. There was like Greco-Roman wrestlers going up against.
Yeah.
and they would do the tournament in one night originally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd see like
Here, hand him the just the
you see
mic.
the guy doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and then there's this big
Eat the mic,
wrestler
Alan.
would just go boof, 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 and the guy never got hit in the face before. Oh, you know,
Yeah.
just
Well,
laying there.
we always talk about the guy with one boxing glove because
Art
no one knew what was
Jemerson.
going on. No one knew what was going on.
Yeah, no one knew what to expect. It was
Yeah.
a fight.
It was
Yeah,
completely
no
something
fucking
new.
shit, man.
So he's like, I'll just wear one boxing glove and one bare hand.
By the way, Waylon Allen is back. He showed up.
Yeah.
So, did you walk here?
I was watching the Michigan game with my buddy, and then I got bored, and I'm like, I'm going home, and then I just took a detour, walked this way.
they
Yeah,
won.
the-
Michigan won, by the way.
I did.
Yeah, that wasn't a win. That was a slaughter. I mean, they just destroyed them. I mean, I love seeing Notre Dame get.
Yeah, I'm sure Bobby's happy and Sean is
One of those
not.
early UFCs were at Kobo, weren't they?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was Dan Severn was
Yeah.
there.
Dan the Beast,
And they did it
Coldwater,
because-
Michigan.
Ken Shamrock there was
Yeah.
a super fight.
And Dan was from here, so
Yeah.
that was a big deal.
Coldwater, Michigan,
And there
Dan
were,
the
like-
Beast Severn.
People still didn't know. Like I remember a guy went to a guy named Tim. I had an auto shop with him. And he goes, "There was a guy down there, and he had a claw to the stomach technique." And I was like, "Really? I've never seen that." So it was a claw to the stomach. I still to this day haven't. So I think he
It's
might have
like,
been like not there and lying.
It sounds like it.
It's like
But
what's
the,
his name?
the claw to the stomach, I've not seen.
That sounds like a
to this
like a
I-
move
I've
that
never- I
you
can
can't
say,
escape.
I can
and-
honestly say I've never seen that either. But I mean, like Tank Abbott,
Claw to
like
the stomach.
Tank Abbott was just a guy who got drunk in bars and like beat people up, and then somebody.
Yeah, those early ones were like Don Fry.
I mean, he basically what was it?
Yeah.
He called himself he said he was a bar fighter, and they're like, oh, you got to classify it, so they called him a pit fighter.
What's your discipline? Bar fighting.
Yeah,
Krav Maga.
I mean, Kimbo Slice. I mean, we all saw what happened to him when he actually went up against true fighters instead of paying some schmuck $20 to fucking get tackled or knocked out by him.
He died from fighting, though. But
oh, he did, didn't he?
yeah,
He passed away,
Kimbo's
didn't he?
dead, man.
Yeah.
He had that shitty fight with that
Kimbo had a heart attack and died.
Data 5000.
You didn't
No,
know that?
he was dying of heart disease.
Fuck.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh no, he didn't
I
die in
don't,
the
I don't
ring.
care. I mean, it happens.
He still
Things-
sucked as a legit fighter.
I still like Kimbo was a great human, but
Yeah.
not as a legit fighter. you know?
I'm not even.
He would
questioning
knock
that part of it.
normal people like us out easily, but no.
I mean, he arranged backyard fights where people's eyes got knocked out.
They were not good fighters. They just some of them just knew how to power, beat the fuck out of people. Like Bry's buddy Dan, dude. Bry's buddy Dan
Yeah.
wasn't a fighter. He just knew how to throw haymakers, and he knocked people out senseless before they'd get,
You get their bearings.
Yeah, before anybody realized. I mean, he's 5'8", and he'd go up against a 6'6" guy and just start pummeling him. The guy didn't know what to do, and by the time he did know what to do, he was on the ground.
I heard Randy Couture just had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack.
He had a heart attack.
Then they said he walked home from the hospital or something.
Yeah. Well, Chael Sonnen was talking about this. He goes, "I'm going to give you an idea how tough Randy is." He goes, he had a heart attack. So he had a heart attack and then used a foam roller. And he's laying there doing the foam roller, and he foam rolled his heart attack out, finished the workout.
Foam rolled his heart attack.
Yeah,
out.
and he finished. Yeah,
That's what it was.
Finished the workout that they were having that gave him the heart attack. Finished it and then walked to the ER.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that's what it was. He walked to He walked to the ER afterwards.
Yeah, I heard about the Couture heart attack, and then the band Coed and Cambria. I guess when they were having a show the other night, the drummer just collapsed in the middle of the set and had a fucking heart issue. Not like a heart attack, but now he has to have a
like a
heart.
cardiac episode.
That was mine. I had the cardiac episode.
Yeah, he just stopped playing drums and just kind of fell over, and I guess he has to have some heart procedure now.
Wow.
Yeah, I was
See, it doesn't matter what age you are; it can happen. To
I was
anybody.
feeling
That's the
very.
scariest thing.
I was feeling very faint and grabbing my arm and driving to the emergency room, going, "Don't die till you get out of this fucking truck."
Yeah, dying on the job or at work is one thing. I'll die anywhere, just not at work.
I don't want to die at work. No,
Yeah, dying at work sucks.
I don't want to die. I don't think I want to die taking a shit either.
No.
Because people will find
Where
me that
am I
way.
at? Where am I taking this shit
At
at?
home.
Yeah, I just don't want anybody to find me on a toilet dead.
Yeah.
No.
I don't.
I don't.
Yeah, but your shit will you die, you shit. So your shit will be in the toilet.
Yeah,
where if you
true.
Die in bed, you're shitting your pants.
Yeah,
That's true too.
But-
I think it's more of just a compromising position. You don't want somebody finding you that
I
way.
just don't. Yeah.
Oh,
I
about
mean,
dying. Also, I was there 2 weeks ago for that episode 36. You said we talked about Epstein. I'm not going to kill myself since we talked about that guy. So if I end up dead, can this be like my? Can this be like my fucking proof that something happened to me?
Yeah.
Alex Jones does that on his show. I am not suicidal in any way.
Yeah,
So he precurses in case someone kills him.
yeah, I want that to be out there. I'm not suicidal anyway. If something happens to me, it's because I mentioned something about Jeff Epstein and the Clintons on the show, and I was suicided.
I was suicided by the Clintons.
Yeah.
Is Phil in the room still?
Phil says he's going to beat you and me up.
Because we're not talking about the game yet.
No. Phil, you can't beat us both up.
Well, he probably,
No way.
There
He
was
might be able to.
there was several years that I told people that if they found me somewhere, like in my house somewhere, with a shotgun, an actual shotgun to the chest or something, it was my father-in-law, because that's what he said.
That is dark. That
He
took a dark turn.
He told me that. He told me. He left a message. I kept it.
Is it the wife that rhymed with Schnangel?
Yeah, but yeah, and he passed away now. But I had the old block Nokia phone. They're I kept that thing for years because the message was on it. He said, "If I ever see you, I'm taking my shotgun and I'm blowing a hole in your chest."
If I was ever to kill myself, I probably would just want to go fly somewhere beautiful like Hawaii and just jump in an active volcano.
Yep.
And how not sad does that sound? If you heard Jason killed himself. What fucking happened? He hung himself in his garage or he shot himself with a gun. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
What do? He jumped into a volcano.
He dove into.
That's kind of fucking awesome.
That actually would be.
When I was moving out to Utah, we stayed in Denver, and we went into this mountain pass, and I saw the most beautiful spot I ever saw, and I still know exactly how to get to it. And I'm like, first thing I thought was, man, fly
in
off,
Denver?
to fly off this. It's outside of Denver. But I'm like, to fly off of this, to have one of those suits that you can
Well, I have a guy that
I would do that.
Tucker Gott. I told you about the paramotor, right? You take the hang gliding chute and a paramotor, and you can fly. You just attach the chute when you get over top of it.
Tucker Gott's a paramotor enthusiast.
If that's how you want to go.
What the fuck are those squirrel suits that people wear?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I'm not ever doing that. You see like a body just flying through the air at like 75 miles per hour.
I always see them in spy movies. Are they a real thing? People actually do?
They're a real thing for sure.
Yeah.
I saw
I've seen
they
it
had
before,
one in
just saying.
Tosh Point Over. The guy was flying in Switzerland or something and hit a tree.
They had one on
Did he
Family
die?
Guy. I know Peter
No, he
Griffin. Peter Griffin met some dude, and he did it and smashed into the side of a mountain.
I'm not too big into extreme stuff.
No. Me and Mike were talking about going bungee jumping, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Remember?
No, actually, we said we're never going to jump bungee jumping.
Honestly, I feel like all of us, as a whole, at one point, should do skydiving. I think that would
we
be
will
a
meet you
great
there.
Experience.
I have friends that.
I will cheer you on. You go right ahead. And
We will be there.
I mean, we could all strap together and
Tandem.
do this together.
I'm not flying
And
tandem with you, man.
No, I'm going tandem.
No, he's saying
with,
5 people
I'm
tandem.
going tandem with
Tied together.
the evil.
I've seen a
porn
movie like
death.
that. No.
I don't think I
No,
can
wait,
do
that
it,
sounded
no.
like I was talking about porn.
I mean, I'll be willing to front up all the cash, and we will all go.
Are you going to
skydiving.
skydive Tecumseh?
No.
You ever seen those billboards?
We could do it into
What?
Tecumseh or where is it? Actually, we have one in Howell too. We
really?
we have a local nut who has a private jet, and he fucking flies this little raggedy.
Is it Jeffrey Epstein's jet?
Yeah.
If I ever have that,
raggedy-
I want to come home. You
I'd
know
kill
that,
myself.
right?
I've actually had buddies that did it. It's awesome.
Hey,
You need to do it.
I worked right in front. I worked right in front of the Ogden Airport in Utah for 9 years. Like,
Do you know where that's at,
We
Phil?
had our jet would pull up off the tarmac right up to the back of the building, and our private jet. So I watched people do it. We had to get people off of our roof several times because they would go right over our fence and right in, trying to control it, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was that close. You could watch them all skydive. You could watch flights take off all the time out of there.
This goes back to the Keanu Point Break.
Point Break. He
Point
didn't have a
Break's
shoot, though.
Great.
He did have a shoot, but
They do Point Break live. They do a live show.
it looks great.
It's been to St. Andrews before,
Did you
and
go
me
see
and my
it?
buddy Andre almost went to that shit. And it's like you actually get like crowd participation while you have to. Like,
Yeah, I've
go on
seen it.
stage.
I used to
It's
follow
like
him on
fake.
Instagram or something. I think I followed them on Instagram, and they'd always post videos and pictures, and I just...
It's came here twice that I know of. So next time they come, I think I might pull the trigger and just go just for the sake of
Point Break is a classic film, though.
The remake sucks.
Oh, so bad.
The remake honestly sucked.
They remade it 3 or 4 years ago.
The original was amazing, but that remake I was so disappointed
They just made it-
with. It was bad.
They made it just like into a heist caper thing.
And
Yeah.
the original is Catherine Bigelow, right? Same
Yes.
director as The Hurt Locker and
Yep.
what's the Zero Dark 30? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
she did that too.
And... No, I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah. She used to be married to James Cameron.
I think both those movies are super
There are
overrated.
certain movies you just don't remake.
Well, they did.
That's one of them.
They remade that. They remade Overboard.
Did they?
No, not Overboard.
Overboard's a classic film.
1,000% Point Break should have never ever been remade. I mean, that movie was great on what it was.
They sucked all the fun out of it the way
Yeah.
they remade it, and they're gonna remake Roadhouse, I guess, with Ronda Rousey.
They talked
They
about. I think
were.
they canceled
They
that.
were.
No, they already did. Didn't they have Ronda Rousey as a bouncer in one of the Expendables movies, and then that's where it kind of spun off from?
The
where
Ronda-
she was like a badass in
It
Expendables
hasn't
3.
been made yet. to my
The
knowledge.
Ronda Rousey thing was announced 3 or 4 years ago, and it's been canceled since then.
You know what I didn't realize till just recently? The bad dude in Roadhouse is Jackie Treehorn.
Brad Wesley.
Is that
Wait, the old guy or the guy who was fighting on the?
the old guy? That,
Yeah,
yeah.
Ben Gazzara.
You
I
have,
didn't
you have a
realize
weak
this package
constitution.
I don't know what
It
you're
was-
talking about.
You have no tolerance for
Lebowski?
pain.
Oh yeah, Ben Gazzara. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's Ben
I,
Gazzara,
thought-
right?
I didn't know if you guys were talking about the guy who said I used to fuck you guys like you. In
No,
prison.
not Terry Funk either.
Oh, Terry Funk. Yeah.
If you ain't drinking, you're out.
I was trying to think. You said Catherine Bigelow. She directed Near Dark back in the 80s.
Terry Funk still alive?
Yes,
Dude, one of my favorite vampire movies.
Near Dark's fantastic.
I love it.
I don't even know what that movie is.
Oh my god!
From like 87. It's got Paxton,
Lance
Henriksen, Adrian
yeah.
Paz.
I do not know that one.
Yeah, Adrian
Star.
Pastar.
I can't think of the girl.
I can't think of the girl's name, but
Catherine Bigelow, and it was like a vampire thing, and they traveled
Oh,
around in
dude.
a station
There's, like,
wagon.
yeah.
And they put black garbage bags on the windows and stuff, and they just peeped through it. And it was like really dark.
oh yeah.
Oh, dude, it was.
And then there's like this awesome bar scene. They go into this bar and like start drinking, and then they just like literally just start slicing people's throats
Yep.
and like putting their beer
Sounds
glass
like
underneath
MacGruber.
them. And
it was pretty good.
Interesting fact: Roadhouse and Beastmaster. They seem like Roadhouse seems like it was filmed like somewhere down south or something, somewhere way in south. Beastmaster seems like in the middle of nowhere.
Calvin.
Both filmed in Sami Valley.
Yep.
I would
Yep.
honestly
Both.
say that the greatest vampire movies of all times would be
Twilight.
either
Probably
John
Twilight.
Carpenter's Vampires or 30 Days of 30 Nights. I mean, that was actually a really legit film for being,
I'll give you 30
it seems
days.
so low budget, but it was a great movie.
I love the first From Dusk Till Dawn.
I did too.
Yeah. Salma Hayek's boobs.
Boobs.
Boobs and a snake.
Like I said, it has violence and boobs.
We
Hits.
all know
It's a hit film.
Hard ticket to
Tarantino
Hawaii.
was great at what he did. Death Spit actually showed me.
You just call me Mike.
Mike. It showed me Hobo. What was it? What
Hobo
was
with
the
a shotgun?
Hobo with a shotgun. That movie was so like shock reality.
No,
for me.
the funny thing is that was back when Microsoft allowed you, like, if you had a gold account, we could pick a movie on Netflix. It didn't matter how we viewed it on Xbox Live, and it put up a movie screen in the background, and you could watch it with your Xbox Live friend. So your little Xbox Live character that we all have would sit in the theater, and then you would just wear your headset and watch the movie together and fucking just rip.
You and me actually.
Well, that's
watched
what
that
it's like.
movie
It's like how an incel would watch a movie.
You brought that movie on, and you and me watched it live. I remember Hobo with the Shotgun, and
Yeah,
You
the
ever seen
first
that
guy
one?
they killed was Ricky from Trailer
Hobo
Park
with the
Boys.
shotgun?
Hobo.
Hobo.
Rutger Hauer, the late great.
The late great.
I'm gonna
Rutger
kill you
Hauer.
guys and then suck your dick.
He's dead, right?
Didn't he
He
get
just
his
died, yeah.
head ripped off while being
He's in Batman
attached
Begins, too.
inside of a
He
sewer
is.
drain?
The guy runs the board.
His
Wayne
head
Tech
came out of a
conversations right now?
sewer drain, and they ripped his head off
Yeah.
with the car. Yeah.
That was the first
Amazing.
kill.
He was in Blind Fury. Yeah. I'm back to Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer,
I mourned when he
the
left
late
us.
great Rutger Hauer.
Oh, and then Blade Runner. He was
Remember
on.
Dude, the newest Blade Runner is awesome.
Yeah.
Both Blade Runners are good.
Yeah, but the newer one, it should have sucked, but it was great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gosling
yeah.
was awesome in it.
Yeah.
I heard it was good. I never saw that, but I heard it was really good.
Really good.
The person my friend who told me that it was really good is very, very picky about movies.
Yeah.
So
I like it
he
a
said
lot.
for a remake it was really good.
And Jared Leto, his part should have been bigger, but that was like a fill-in because it was supposed to be David Bowie.
Yes.
Yeah, so Jared Leto kind of like just took a role last minute that was supposed to be a bigger role, and it had like maybe 15 minutes of screen time.
And it was not nearly. Well, it was enough for me because I don't like Leto, but
The
character itself should have had more screen time.
because he's starting to get really, really fucking weird.
I don't.
Like I like him as an actor a lot, and I liked his band for the first couple albums. Now they're just
Yeah.
terrible. But
As far as the band thing goes, I actually have a song. I never listened to him, but on my laptop there was a bunch of music on there that my buddy put on there when he redid my computer several years ago. And there's a version of "Message in the Bottle" by the Police that he did. That's fantastic.
he's got a great voice.
It's like it is like such a, and I'm a huge Police fan, but it is such a fantastic like cover.
You fucking
Yeah,
pig.
it's a really cool.
But Blade Runner, yeah. The Bautista was in it too.
Dave Bautista.
Yes. And he was actually pretty good in it.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
Dave Bautista, honestly, with a lot of his movies, he's impressed me with. They've all been low-budget films. I mean, we've all seen the production of his films, and he's actually impressed
Avengers, low budget.
He's my favorite fucking...
Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
He's my favorite character in the Marvel Universe.
No,
Drax?
besides that, but if you look at Dave Bautista, when he first came onto the scene, you saw him come onto the scene as basically, they portrayed him as, he was almost like this really solid mixed martial arts fighter.
Yeah.
You know, when he tried to do his career with that. But he was good in the Avengers. But I mean, I'm talking about
the lower budget
first
action movies.
started.
Yeah.
Like he made he wasn't in the Marine movie, but movies like The Marine.
But since you betrayed everything that you hold dear and went to PlayStation,
Yes.
Dave Bautista is a playable character on Gears of War 5 multiplayer.
Oh man, I hate to admit this, but I am a Fortnite streamer on PS4. So.
Oh, you're a 13-year-old person.
You can give out your stream name.
No, no. I mean, I don't stream like that anymore.
You just said you're a Fortnite streamer.
You just said streamer.
Well,
Make your mind up,
I said
Aaron.
I am a Fortnite streamer, but due to lack of time, I only do it one day a week now, so I really don't have that.
You can still give out your gamer tag so people can follow you.
It's okay.
No.
No,
Don't
we don't
follow
want-
me because I suck. But
Yeah, but that makes for good watching too.
Why? If I worried about sucking, I would never share this podcast. We suck, Aaron. Everybody here sucks.
We
at what
all
we're doing.
suck.
Honestly,
Phil sucks.
I truly don't know why I did go to PS4 because the greatest gaming times of my life growing up has always been at Nerdfest and actually with you guys playing Gears of War. Gears of War is like my home.
Those
game.
times can't be replicated.
No.
They
can't be
never can.
remastered.
I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. That is my greatest moments ever in life.
The funny thing is, I tried to look on the MySpace and everything to try. We were so drunk here.
MySpace.
Yeah, on MySpace, we had a video of us playing all here.
Oh yeah,
and we were all chanting "West Ham till I die." The
West
hoodlum-
Ham till I
Oh, yeah.
die.
Green Street Elite, and Morgan's voice was cracking. It's just because of Morgan's voice, like "West Ham till I die," and he was trying to. It was a hillbilly trying to do a British person's accent
With
while
his
his voice is cracking. And it
That
was
movie's really good too.
Green Street Hooligans?
Yeah.
Yep.
And they play that Stone Roses song, I Want to Be Adored, in that.
Yep.
It's fucking awesome.
That's a good movie.
I honestly about those whole times. I remember.
Stone Roses today.
Really?
That's pretty good.
That was when the UFC was actually really good to all of us, and we had a great following, and just always had events over here. I remember that Matt was going to try and help me start up with the graphics. Remember Killer Instinct Fightwear on MySpace days?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I had that, and I was banging actual mixed martial artist sister, remember? And her ex-boyfriend, who they weren't really good, wanted to kill me, and he would have demolished me. Remember Antonio Lionheart?
Yeah, I remember
Antonio Lionheart wanted to kick my ass because I was
banging his woman.
fucking him.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Not
There
him,
was
but I mean,
You were fucking Antonio Lionheart. You were fucking his woman.
I was fucking his woman, but I was fucking him at the same time.
Fucking him
But
over.
Brandon Seguin getting leg kicked by the Dutch kickboxer who actually had a decent career in the UFC. What was his name again?
Oh, he was well known. He didn't get leg kicked.
Martin Kampman.
He got kicked
Martin
in the head,
Kampman.
knocked out by Martin Kampman.
Martin
Yeah.
Kampman. That was the greatest time of my life, but I could honestly never go back to Eastside Combat Club after I was threatened by Antonio Lionheart because I didn't want to get the shit beat out of me
He would
by
be
a
the
fucking
fuck out.
middleweight badass knockout artist. But those were the great Xbox days. Xbox, I will still say, is better than PlayStation.
Then why'd
I have
you
no idea
switch?
why I went over there, but I went over there due to fucking peer pressure, and it's bullshit.
You give up. Don't give up, man.
Fuck you, PlayStation.
Speaking of Xbox, Phil's going to kill us if we don't bring up Outer
That
Worlds.
was my big rant.
Have you played the Outer Worlds yet, Mike?
I've not played Outer Worlds.
You should.
Got a shit again?
I think he's cold now.
What's that?
We're worried about your shitting.
You were getting ready. You're getting all dressed up. I'm like,
no,
oh,
I got to leave soon to give my dog medicine.
oh, that's right. You got a mad dog. But Outer Worlds.
We've got 12 minutes before we can't go any longer. So
if
time frame.
if you like Fallout, New Vegas.
Well, you could do 3-hour live stream. I can go infinitely for the podcast itself. We could go forever.
Yeah.
We could do bonus content.
Let's all take
for the
Ambien and
live
just talk
stream,
about
though,
nonsense
it's,
for 9 hours.
It's 3 hours.
Sir, did you say Ambien?
Adderall.
Adderall is actually a very good drug. I mean, I feel like it's very beneficial to people.
Sounds like it's one of the sponsors of the show.
I would like to thank the man Pfizer for
I have,
making Adderall.
I have used it once. I tried it once. A girl that I was screwing around with said, "Here, try it." Oh, don't take that whole thing yet. And I'm like, okay. And by the end of the night, I ate the whole thing, and I was like, oh.
I found
Extra large boner.
I was like, it was crazy.
I found this crazy drug, dude. I want you guys to just try this, dude. Just try it one time, because we're all adults, and we're adult podcast. What will get your dick rock hard, and it'll get your energy great, and you'll wake up wanting to fuck, work out, and everything. It's this thing called sleep. For some reason, when I get 8 hours of it, I feel like a normal man.
I thought you were going to talk about those pills at the gas station that have a fucking purple rhinoceros just busting through a brick wall.
Like the 357.
Instead of getting 4 hours of it or 5, when you get 8, you want to fuck again, and you care about living, and I don't know.
Care about living?
Because you're not so tired, you want to die.
I don't. No. 8 hours straight? Do you have to do 8 hours straight of sleep?
You got to do 8 or 9 in a row.
I usually got to take a piss at some point in the middle of the night.
Even then, I just... Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
You know what's funny is I never had that issue until after I quit drinking.
Really?
Now I piss. Now I wake up in the middle of my sleep and have to piss. I never did. I could drink 15 beers, piss before I went to sleep 8 hours in a drunken stupor, and never get up and have to piss.
So you're no longer dehydrated, though.
That wasn't
that
sleeping.
the problem?
That was like mummification.
See, I'm a scientist. Based on nothing.
Dr. Mike. All right.
Fucking rush Mike Limbaugh.
What you were no longer dehydrated.
So we were talking about like the one time I did the Adderall, it was like it was a great experience, but I'm like, yeah, this could be really bad for me. I'll never do this, or very rarely will I ever do this again. I never say I'll never do anything again.
Yeah,
but very rarely will I ever do this again. So the one time that I did Ambien, my ex-wife was using it regular, and she gave me one. Well, she didn't tell me you take it before you go to bed. I took it and was waiting for it to knock me out. Well, you hallucinate. I mean,
oh man,
I hallucinated. It was great. It was the greatest acid trip I ever had, except for I didn't have all the weird body buzz about it. I drank a whole. I'm like, shit, this is awesome. My computer's trailing. I'm like, got music playing. I started drinking wine.
Yeah, Ambien and wine is not a thing. It's not a mix to do. Well,
don't mix.
I'll tell you a mix. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. At a very young age, I was diagnosed with ADHD from my doctor, and
yeah, that's called being masculine. They diagnose you with it.
They prescribed me Ritalin, which I took one time, and then I proceeded to actually sell it at my school because it made me a lot of money. But Adderall, they went on to Adderall. And the thing is, I actually got really good grades, but I never took the shit. And they're like, see, it's working. It's working. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting $250 a bottle. It's working great, But, I mean...
That's illegal.
Well,
that's not a thing you should do. It's illegal.
I got prescribed Xanax as a teenager because you have anxiety or whatever. And I would take it once a month or something when I'd feel amped up. Well, one time I took it and I forgot that I took it that day, and I went to a party with him, your brother Brian here, and a few other people, and I drank, dude. And I had a normal drinking experience. I didn't do anything crazy, but I slept like, I don't know, it was like 20 straight hours. I woke up at like 8 p.m. whatever day.
The next,
like just like randomly, like whoa.
That was basically me with
that sounds.
Wake up and like there's like it was dark. I woke up. I went to bed in the dark and then woke up in the dark and I was like, like, you know how you like if you travel and you like sleep in a hotel room, like the first night you're in a hotel room. It doesn't matter where you go in the world, but you're like kind of out of sorts because you're not in your bed. It was the first night traveling, but I was in my own bed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was like, "Where am I?" Like I like didn't know, and I had that like I wouldn't say I was like sleepy or drugged feeling, but I didn't feel right for like days. You know, like I just way out of sorts. Don't drink and do Xanax. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, basically with the whole Ambien thing. I mean, like a bottle of wine, like at my house was a jug.
Yeah,
you know,
it's not a bottle.
I drank a jug of wine and I slept for like 36 hours. I missed 2.5 days of work.
Yeah.
I don't really remember, you know, and I mean like
one of those jugs of Carlo Rossi wine.
yeah.
Like you get
little bit better, but same, along
Well,
same
I had that
line.
fucking hernia
Pinot Grigio,
surgery, and they gave me fucking Vicodin for that.
Yeah,
and I don't like that shit at all.
No.
Like it upsets my stomach.
I've never took any opiate. I don't.
Yeah, it binds you up too, and when you have a hernia, you're not supposed to like force. You know, after the surgery, you're not supposed to force poop out.
I was just going to ask, why the hell would they give somebody who just
Yeah.
had a hernia Vicodin? Because that's exactly what it does. It binds you up.
Yeah, and then you find out who your friends are because I was like, yeah.
Oh, they all want them.
No, they gave me Vicodin. No, they gave me Vicodin. And I was like, yeah, I fucking threw that in the garbage, and Jimmy gave me some Motrin. They're like, you threw it away?
You got rid of it?
Like,
you could have made money.
yeah, I'm not into committing crimes. I'm just trying to get over feeling like shit right now.
All right, I'll get my house raided right now. I have a Xanax prescription, and I have a whole bottle that I got 2 years ago sitting in my fucking cabinet.
It's next to
so
your-
my house is going to get descended upon because I take like a half of one a month, maybe.
Is it next to all your information about Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how you could even take like half of one because when I was at the hospital, they were trying to calm me down one day, and they gave me a whole Xanax bar. Thought that I had a driver and allowed me to drive home. I went through the McDonald's drive-thru to get some food, and the lady there was like, "Boy, you high as fuck." I'm like, "Yeah." They gave me this.
What's a
pill.
Xanax bar? Is that like Snickers?
No. yeah.
Satisfies.
I mean, it makes you feel like you're on.
Well, if like put it
I
this
mean,
way.
you're fucked.
Put it this way: when you
The
take if
bar
you take,
is more of like a long term, like you take it's. So it's got like a time release too,
Time release, yeah.
or something. So it like lasts all day.
But
Because the
I've never heard of
Adderall
it.
said, yeah, that was
Gotcha.
yeah.
I have
don't
a
know
Xanax.
drugs.
I have a Xanax
Me neither.
subscription that I haven't
a
even
square.
renewed in 3 years.
Yeah.
But when I really need it, and you take, that's the best way to do anything, even alcohol. If you do alcohol and you get drunk like a couple times a year, you're gonna have a great time every time you do
I
it.
love doing
Absolutely.
But
alcohol.
if you do alcohol all the time, it don't work.
Well,
Same
yeah.
thing with Xanax.
Cool.
Xanax is the same way. People abuse it, but because I take Xanax once a month or once every 2 months when I'm really on edge, it works great.
Yeah,
but the
see,
people that take
like-
it all the time,
Is that the guy that
they
wrote
don't
the
work.
Old Town
You know,
Road?
like,
That was me with several
Little
different
Xanax.
things. You
Little
know,
Xanax.
like I don't do cocaine, but like I hadn't done it in years and years and years, like 10 or 11 years. And then when I did it a few times over about a 2-year period, I had a great time with it.
yeah.
You know,
we
and I
ru-
didn't do a lot of it. Wow, shocking,
Mike,
But
are we running
like the
up to it?
alcohol thing? I think I pretty much
Close.
ruined that for me.
3 minutes.
That-
We got 3 minutes.
The alcohol thing, I
Everyone
ruined
close
that for myself. I 30
Gatorade
plus
time.
years of it. There's no going back now. I'm not gonna be able to
Yeah,
go.
I'm
Here,
sorry-
I'm gonna have it a couple times a year. I'm pretty sure of that.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to Andre the Giant levels. Even though I only do it on the weekends, it's like, okay, I got to keep going. I got to kind of stop.
I honestly feel like my tolerance for alcohol is just getting greater and greater. And I mean, honestly,
That's called
life goals.
alcoholism,
Just do
by the
great.
way.
Just do great things right now.
Life goals.
it's never been an issue for me. I mean, as long as any of you guys know me, I've been fine with it. I've always been the DD.
The drunk driver?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, but
No.
You may be fudging history right now.
Okay, so
No, there's
like,
because there's times where you left to go home. I'm like, where the fuck is he going? He shouldn't be driving.
I'm gonna try
What
to
are
put
you
this
left?
into.
Oh my God, is he gonna die?
I'm going to put this basically into like 30 seconds. Over a 25-year period of me drinking and driving, I figured about 250 times a year minimum, I drank some type of alcohol and drove some kind of vehicle. So that's like 7,500 times.
Yeah.
I got busted 4 times. I think I'm on a pretty good roll.
That's a good.
yeah, definitely.
You might
Good
you're
odds.
cashing out, right? You're cashing out. Well, that's why I look at like you cash out. You got your chips. You're good.
I don't want to name any names, but my buddy years and years ago got a DUI, and he was in the holding cell. I guess I've never been to jail. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
it works
know.
out, but there was a thing on the wall that said, "Think about all the times you got away with it."
48 hours.
Like in the jail that he was at.
Like a cat poster type thing.
Yeah, like a hang in there.
Oh,
Yeah, really.
I mean,
Well,
honestly, I've just always been able to. I feel like tolerate alcohol and still
Because you got
feel
control of it,
function.
right?
No, it's not that I have control
He
of
doesn't
it.
control
It's
you.
just, no, normally
I've never heard this before.